One,
Hello
two.
everyone! Welcome to Very City Crit. I am your Dungeon Master Harda, and joining me today is my usual freak roll of players. I'm gonna quickly hop us to a different screen. Hopefully I'll put Mary back in. Yay, there she is.
Did you
yes.
oust Mary?
Mary was blank last week, so
Oh yeah.
let's start off by introducing ourselves by the person who was least visible last week, and then work our way around from there.
That's easy enough. Hi, I'm Mary. I play Astra, the ASMR cleric. The next
Is that easy
least-
enough? Because surely the rest of us just now will speak in unison.
Well, some of you may have been away. I don't know. You probably
in 3, 2, 1, everybody.
Hi. Oh, come on.
Hello.
Hi.
My name
Everyone
is...
go! Everyone go! Okay.
Well,
No.
You're not participating. Ah, you're terrible. Fine. Hello, my name is
damn.
Ryan, and I am playing Cyrus Revenmore, the ASMR Barbarian.
Hi, I'm George, and I'm playing Atlas Moreau, the Owlin Druid.
Can I just point out that might be the first time George has gone any other time but last.
the one
for the last
time,
like 20 sessions.
the only thing that was probably gonna get her to go before last, and you and Anthony didn't fucking take part.
She did it anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Next session, just to
well.
spite you, I'm not gonna speak. Like, I'm just gonna sit there the whole session and not let us start.
Right. I think that's fine because I think Harry's initiated by this previously that if people don't introduce themselves, they don't play.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he does have to live with me afterwards, so...
True.
It's my house.
Also, it's his birthday soon, so he can't be that mean to me or he doesn't get his birthday presents.
If we all get like
I was about to say
player
that's a surprising way this works.
If we get DM advantage on our birthdays, on Harry's birthday, do we all get DM disadvantage?
I mean, that's this week.
Yep.
That's this week.
Yeah, at any point, you could be like...
Don't suggest that,
You can
Ryan.
be like,
That's not
nat
right there.
20, and he can be like, no you don't.
How do we
Right.
balance this?
Did you know the opposite of
Yeah,
DM advantage
introduce
is a
yourself.
little bitch point?
I try.
Just step on them, Will. Just step on them.
More bad ideas.
Just step on them.
Step on us,
I
Will.
will.
Do it.
I'm Will, I'm playing Volgir, the Druid Ranger, and I'll pass on to Anthony. Anthony, please continue on straight away from my sentence.
Hi, I'm Anthony. I play as Beros Darkhoof, the Satan Rogue Fighter, and I pass it on to our DM.
Oh, righty. Who wants to remind us what happened last time?
People
We're
are
not
almost
good
dead.
at staying together, and I keep getting told off about it because I'm the only one who he can yell at.
Yeah, the party split.
I'm being
again.
victimized.
This is like...
We
Yeah,
reformed.
this is like,
It's like-
I don't know how many times you guys have split the party, but like it's getting insane. At this
I mean,
point,
the
I
first
should just
time we
run
did it-
4 separate D&D games.
The first time we did it, me and Anthony nearly died.
Yes, I know you did. No one
And we're
learns.
about to do it again.
So we split the party after we had reassembled the party to look for a manifest that belonged to a Gith Yankee. Volgir snuck into a kitchen after Beros talked to the dock worker that was working at the time of the
Yeah,
manifestation.
we weren't that split up at this
Manifest-
point. It was just like us and...
Yeah.
We should wait
Yeah,
until
it's
the
the
point
first
where we
thing
split
it's
off,
being
and then
like, what do we
everyone
do?
should have to explain what their group did.
We could do that if we want, but Atlas made some friends with dinner ladies.
Harry had the
then-
time of his life being 4 dinner ladies.
Volgir found a fridge that didn't work, but it probably wasn't a fridge, so he investigated it, and then he figured out that he couldn't get into it, so he needed Beros. So then he swapped invisibilities with Beros, and Beros then got into the freezer. Atlas then decided to also go in the freezer. Volgir got stuck with the Chimera, while Atlas and Cyrus went to a bar. Cyrus made some inquiries, but didn't really press the matter, so nothing will probably come of that. Other than the fact that he gave the identity and ship model to this person that we are stealing from. Meanwhile, Atlas and Beros are stealing from them and failing.
We
well at the
very
start.
successfully Mission Impossibled up until the very final hurdle where we started really unsuccessfully Mission Impossibling
You started
one after
Mission
the other.
Possibling.
Hello.
Beros grabbed a briefcase full of rogue, crazy AIs. So He finally
fused
got a
with
little
hand.
voice in his head, and it's actually 5 little voices, and none of them are sane.
And now you are in the scene from Resident Evil where you get sliced to pieces.
While Cyrus, Astra, Tewa, Dragon, and Volgir wait in the local inn for this all to blow over.
While Volg is scowling profusely at how he's been left with the giant 3-headed beast.
You did go buy him some snacks, though, so he didn't eat you.
I bought
Infernal
some
chickens.
infernal chickens.
Delicious. A
I
real
think that's-
treat on Abaddon, I imagine.
Yeah, you got Infernal Chicken Farms. I think that's everything that happened.
Yeah,
Volgir
roundabout.
Barros fused to the briefcase, and that was pretty much the end of the session.
Instantly attuned to it.
Yep.
Instantly attuned.
Then now he's become.
Maybe it could be useful, but like, hey, we can't hack this thing. AIs, go!
He just sounds. It
I
sounds
feel like they
he's
just break it
become
every
an
single
auditorium.
time. Like, yep, now
It
it's
sounds
locked
like it's-
forever.
It sounds like his head's become a pantomime, and he's just got 5 voices yelling at each other from across the stage.
Oh, no, you didn't. Oh, yes, I did.
I still vote that if Saparna ever leaves us, we just plug that thing into the ship AI and watch
That
it
is
crash.
That is as bad an idea as plugging in the Fiend skull.
Look, Atlas has
also-
ideas. We don't say whether they're good or bad.
The briefcase, Harry said it fused to his hand.
Yeah, he can't put
Which
it
means
down
we'd
now.
also be plugging Barros into the ship.
Barrels is the
6
captain.
months.
Unlimited
6
biscuits.
months.
Or we cut Barros' hand off.
Mm-hmm.
How many hands do you really need, you know?
There was
does
some,
no
there was some cybernetics in the vault.
How attached to your hand are you really?
There are cybernetics in the vault, that is correct. But right now, we're gonna go to our group who had all made their way down to the local watering hole.
Oh god. Now the plot hole thickens to try and bring us back together.
So yeah, so
Yeah, he just
Harry's just gonna
he
kill
just
us.
kills me and Anthony's characters, and we introduce our new ones who are already in the tavern. Problem solved.
Yeah. No, he's given up. He's given up with it now. It's no more
Whole
last
plot
something us
line
together.
of Atlas's parents and all that just
Yeet.
gone.
Poof.
So yeah, so you guys in the tavern, anything particular you're doing, anything you want to discuss, like, you know, by all means, take it away.
Well, I asked the barmaid at
You're asking me a question. I
bar.
can't hear you right now.
I asked the captain about Kella. She seems to drink here, but she'll pass the message on. Gave her the name of the ship, if that makes it easier for her to find us, because apparently she finds people before people find her, so figured that'd be the easiest way of luring her, saying we had a possible job or something. Draw her out. to the
Assuming we
ship.
want her to appear.
Basically,
You never know what she'll bring with us. With her.
So, that's as far as I got with that lead. What about
Alright.
you ones? How did the other guy fare? Nobody really told me what was going on, so I decided to follow a different path.
I found a fridge that led somewhere. When I got Barros to open it, he slammed the door in my face and went down it with Atlas.
Yeah.
Should we not go after them?
Oh, it's locked. We can't get back in.
I got a bad
We
feeling.
can try.
I mean, we're not
I don't
really
know
doing
where it
very
goes.
much here, unless you want to go and talk to the security guard.
Well, if they're going by themselves, well, if that leads into like a den of like bandits or something.
They
Or
have
laser grid.
they have spells that can offer sending to us. Like,
This is
I'm
true.
sure if they need assistance, they'll send it.
Yeah, and maybe some preferential ideas. And what are we doing about this thing? Can I just? I've had enough of this thing. Just pointing at Tewa.
For now, they are a asset to the team.
It's all right. Asset or asset?
Uh,
As in
asset.
asset that's too
ASS.
annoying, but
No, ASSET, asset. You know,
Yes, so
they're good enough
they're an
fight.
ass. They're an ass.
They've kept us alive for quite a few.
I mean, if
They also tried to kill us
well, you know,
and you.
They've thought
plenty of
about
times.
it, but we're still here.
No, they tried to kill me and Cyrus.
Atlas is
Was
trying
it me
to
and
kill
Barros?
me.
Who was it? Was it me and Cyrus or me and Atlas in the Upside Down City? It was me and Barros, wasn't it?
Well, no, the reason why the Chimera wanted to kill me and you and possibly Barros was because of the Fiend skull. That was a big contributor.
No, I still don't. Yeah, contributing factor doesn't mean it was wholly to do with the skull. We both know that if that thing wants to, it will just attack us.
From personal experience, the Fiend, whose name is very hard to pronounce, Koroka Toka, he was very convincing, very charismatic for a Fiend, and that's me. You know, I don't really like taking people's advice and whatnot, but he was very convincing, so it probably wouldn't have took a lot to convince Tewa that whatever.
That's my point exactly. Doesn't take a lot to convince him to kill.
Yeah, but that was like magical charisma, possession, influence. He's had several opportunities to eat like Astra or Atlas at times, but he hasn't.
Get it at me when I was in
Because we're
Mexico,
feeding it.
Exactly.
Because we keep feeding it.
So we just keep feeding him, and then he'll stay an ally.
And then he'll get bigger.
I don't know the rate the Chimera grow, but you know.
If I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure Atlas has said this is a child.
Okay,
He's
then
like a teenager.
they
like
can be taught.
adolescent.
Yeah, but again, let me just point this out. It barely fits in the ship as is.
Yeah, well,
And it's only going to get bigger.
Well,
Maybe
if
we
we
can just
get,
find an island, like go back to Lush and let him. chill.
I imagine that if we get Atlas's parents and then we get them back to Squaw, Squaw would be a very fitting place for Tewa to roam. And you know, Atlas can always visit him, or she can stay there and live with him, or whatever she plans to do. But
Just,
you've seen the
Volgir looks
creatures
at
that Atlas
Tewa in
turns
his
into,
head.
right?
Volgir's looking at Tewa and in his head just thinking, wonder if if they like birds. Bird folk and fried bird.
I'm just gonna put it out there. I'm less afraid of Tewa than I am of them damn spiders.
So Tewa would be fine on Squaw. I think. He might completely ruin the ecosystem, but we don't know that for certain. So
I think the ecosystem's already.
yeah, so they can't do any more damage there than they would do anywhere else. Lush has a lot of flammable material on it.
They came from there, didn't they?
I mean, I suppose they are Saparna influenced, but I don't know. I don't know enough about biology or what's the study of animals and their habitats.
Zoology.
Theology? Zoology. There.
Oh, that's it.
I don't know enough about that and how a invasive species affects things, so I'm sure he'll be fine on Squall. Let's just, you know, get this money, get out of here, the ship will be recharged, we'll get Atlas' parents, get back to Squall, and then just be free Tewa.
Okay. That's fine. But you guys can look after it. I've had enough for the day.
Or, sure.
Still need to find those two. I don't.
Oh yeah, we'll find them. Well, it's only been, what's it been? Half an hour? Hour?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. How
Since I
long
last
did
saw
it
them,
take?
Harry? How long has it been since I last saw them?
Yeah, probably they got to like 30, 40 minutes at this point. No, not even like 30 pushing it. 25, 30 tops.
Yeah. They only slammed the door in my face about 30 minutes ago, so it's not been forever.
Yeah. It took Atlas 2 minutes to jump off a ship after a bomb, so
You're never letting her live that down.
you're never letting Barrows run off a ship down, so
I'm sorry. At what point does running down a chain when you're hundreds of meters in the air, when you can't fly, is that ever a good idea? Atlas has the benefit of having wings.
She
This
still
is a
jumped
very
after
good
a bomb.
point that the three more sensible people are sat right here. The two people the most likely to get themselves in trouble or dead killed are on their own and together.
This is
Oh
my
god,
issue.
you're right, they're gonna fucking die.
Yeah. I'm surprised the
Red-
world hasn't blown up already. Or the station.
Just
Right, should we
Traipse our way back.
then? Yeah.
Well, I don't think we're gonna get back in, but we can give it a shot.
we can Brit force it, maybe.
We have Tewa. Who's gonna say no to us?
Do we know
That's
the
if Tewa
existence
can
of the
get
dinner
in.
ladies?
It's a fridge.
Do we?
I'm not talking about into the fridge, but into the building. We can definitely get into the building.
Okay. Well, let's give it a shot then.
May as well try.
Well, I'll leave it to you two to try and get Tewa up the stairs.
Tewa, we're gonna go get Atlas.
Okay, let's go.
Done.
Rogue is just going to look at Tewa and look at Cyrus and just go, "You mean I didn't need to speak in Draconic this entire time?"
No, you've seen him read books. You've seen them read books. You know they can speak common.
No, I didn't know they could speak.
Has
I thought they
Volgir
could read.
seen Tewa do
It's-
anything? The second he enters a room, Volgir just leaves.
Yeah, true.
The
This is
only
very
thing
true.
Volgir knows
shit.
Tewa can do is walk through doorways.
Yeah, and surprisingly small doorways at that, because he appears in every room where Volgir doesn't want to see you. It's like, I'm going to the canteen. Oh, look, there's a three-headed... No, I'm not going to eat today. I'm going back to my room.
Volgir's just gonna go
Atlas,
into the vents. and
Atlas, I
come
need to
out.
talk to. Never mind.
Surely there's no way she would bring a chimera into the med bay. Oh, never mind. I'll just die. I'll just bleed out.
And goes to the cockpit. Oh, no, I can't even fly the police ship with us.
Atlas opens the door and Volgir's just dead in the hallway.
It's like, Astra, I need your help. Like, come to my base. No, I'm gonna need you to come to me. That's not happened.
The next time you get someone rings Volgir to go, can you please come here? The first question will be, is there a Tewa around you? Well, I don't see what. Is it
Draw
yes
me
or
a
no
route
answer?
on the ship and tell me he's in none of these rooms I'm passing through.
Tell me I'm not going to meet him somewhere along the lines.
So, the merry band is making their way
It's
back.
like when you get
Yep.
a dog
Yeah.
and you think the dog won't be allowed on the bed, and it just like slowly. It's like no dogs on the furniture, no dog on the sofa, no dog on the bed. Like when we first got the ship, it was like Tewa stays in the cargo bay. Fine, he's allowed upstairs. And in the other rooms, I get.
And the med bay. And then I think he's also been in the cockpit at this point.
And the captain's quarters. The cockpit's the only place he hasn't been because he doesn't fit.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, thank God for that. At which point Volgir will stay in the cockpit all day.
Oh, you're gonna be at the cockpit with Atlas doing navigation. He's gonna turn around, just three heads looming over him.
Why do
Meanwhile-
you think he's been at the cockpit, sleeping there most nights?
Meanwhile, as you guys are heading back towards where you were investigating before, Barros and Atlas. Barros, if you could do me a favor, let me just check here. I'll see if I've managed to put this on your sheet or not.
Roll some new characters.
Everyone me do card. No, where is my Barros? There he is.
Like roll a d8, keep rolling, keep rolling. Okay, drop the lowest. It's like, oh, I'm rolling a new character.
Roll d8s.
Yeah,
Now I know
yeah.
why you got fucking such good stats.
Yeah, and yeah. I'm about to say it is rolling a
Yes.
d12.
Cheater!
You got a 10, that means you're a paladin.
Oh, you can't see my eyes.
Barros, if you reload your sheet, you should see that you have a new item at the top of your equipment.
Is it crazy briefcase?
I have equipped it for you.
Carrying case of rogue AIs.
Yep, it's effectively a shield, so it
Are
does
they
give you a boost to your armor
rogue
class.
AIs in the sense of like they've gone rogue, or are they rogue AIs like they are all rogues?
I need to talk to them.
Imagine you can program it as like a thrown weapon, and it just becomes the briefcase from Hitman. Just curves corners. There is no half cover.
If you spend some time, Barrows, to read all the shit that thing does, because there's lots. Some things you may just... I didn't bother making it like a fixed item because I figured it'd be too much to track, so just keep an eye on it yourself. Alright, so yeah, Barrows picks up this like case, and it kind of like attunes to his it like fuses with his hand. Two of you are kind of in like a loose initiative. Correct me if I'm wrong, you are both still in the original... You're in like the furthest back chamber still, right? You haven't left that yet. There are still...
We shattered the glass, but the iron mesh is still there.
Yeah.
And I think you've... Have you deactivated the laser grid in this area? I think you deactivated it in this one.
did.
So there's no laser grid currently active right now, but the door in front of you...
Behind us.
Yeah, the door back... So there's only one way out. It's a corridor that you came in initially. You basically go out the way you came in. And currently right now, two of the 4 doors are shut. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so 2 of the 4 doors are shut, and 2 of those chambers are still glowing. Like with the lasers, are still very much active, and the third most chamber is just beginning to come online. So normally it goes lasers and then the door closes. So you have, you still got 2 full doors to go through right now. Loose initiative tracking. Beros, I think you were kind of top of the initiative order.
Yes. So I've got the carrying case in one hand. It's been basically merged with my hand. I will pull out a short sword.
Yep.
And attempt to cut the mesh.
Sure. Make an attack roll. You may just need to roll. This might be doing the bug again. Just roll d20 and add your bonus.
Okay, cool.
It's just bugged.
Short sword.
Short sword.
There's a nat one.
And that one, you bring the sword down against the
Why did
metal
you do
grid, but it just bounces off, just like unable to break through.
Am I able to use a bonus action to? No, it's 2 weapon fighting.
Yeah, unfortunately, because this is a shield, it doesn't allow you to use it as a weapon unless you're using it as an improvised weapon. But it doesn't have the right properties to use to weapon fighting. It's not light.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's probably all I can do.
Fair dues.
I'll tell you what. I'll bonus action second wind just to boost my HP up a bit.
Good plan. There's also still, like, you have this plasma rifle you picked up off the thing already. There's also with these strange box of cybernetics, and you also have the shipping manifest in your Atlas's possession. Atlas, it's your turn.
I guess I will try and slash the mesh.
For it.
Ding.
Yeah, you'll have to just do it manually.
Just scimitar.
You could be bear.
I could be bear, but being a bear doesn't solve all your problems.
Also, bear might not fit through hole.
At 20.
Wolf?
Nat 20, yeah, you bring the scimitar down, roll your damage, and then we're doing the increased critical rules, so you take a full... Automatically you do 6 damage, because you take the maximum dice, then you roll again, and then add your dex or strength modifier. Whatever that may be that you are using to attack with.
That'll be 3, so that's another 6 plus a 3? No?
So what's your... Are you attacking with dex or strength?
Dex.
Dex, so what's your dex modifier?
Dex modifier is plus 3.
So it'd be 3 plus your dex modifiers. That's 6 plus another 6 from the crit. So 12 damage. Yeah, you carve through the mesh on one of these doors, and yeah, you are able to basically break it apart. Say 12 damage enough to like shred that mesh. It's not like it's super thick metal bars. It's quite thin, and you're able to pry the wire apart and like bend it out of shape so you can get through. And you see the laser grid beyond. It's very slowly moving. Like, you know, it's not like fucking going up and down the corridor crazy fast, like Resident Evil style. It's like a very slow moving, just to catch anything that might be in the way.
And I try and move forward through that, or would that be action because it's a laser?
No, you can move through it. But if you end your turn there, you have to make an acrobatics. The first you enter it, you have to make an acrobatics check, and if you end your turn there, you have to make another acrobatics check to basically not get hit until the start of your next turn. So you could move in, try to like use the terminal. You have to enter the room to access the terminal, which would allow you to potentially override this thing.
Can I try and use the terminal this turn?
The terminal would be an action, so you're
not
maybe
gonna
better
roll.
holding off until next time.
I wonder why I get the feeling that this trap should have been done by 5 people.
It is what it is.
There's also the siren, like alarm blaring. After you guys set off the.
Yeah, not much
Triggered
we
it?
can do about that.
Yeah, it's happening. Just a reminder.
It's just loud.
So that door is technically open now. Okay, the laser grid is still up. The laser grid in the third most along ignites and is now active. Meros.
Cool. Would it be an action or a bonus action just to pocket one of these cybernetics before I jump through?
Barrows is like, well, I've been caught, I might as well steal.
If you want to look through it, it's going to take you an action because you have to start through it, but if you want to just grab one at random, I'd say,
one at random.
sure, let's say that'll be your bonus action. If you're just reaching in, grabbing it at random, because, you know, it's a bit of an effort that you have to, like, you know, go over, move through the box. It's not like, you know, it's an object interaction where you're just opening a door. There's a bit more to it than just that. So you go over, stick your hand in, and you reach in and grab one. Roll me a...
It's just time to work out how many body parts there are in these things.
You get a cybernetic ear.
Roll me a d10. Five. Okay. Yeah, you reach in and you pull out it is a pair of these, like, the material is very strange. It's almost like the correct term. I have to check like what this is.
Cybernetic pants.
Oh, cybernetic pants.
Even if you got the cybernetic pants, you'd be like, Cyrus, wear these so that I can steal them from you.
They're pants that have like a level of sentience, so you give them to Cyrus, and then at random points they escape him and run off.
It appears to be a like connected set of like 2 almost neoprene like sacks, which have like
Pants.
hollow strap connections. They're not big enough to be pants, and they don't have footholes. They look more like socks that are joined by a connecting pipe.
That's just tights.
They're probably about like kind of the size, bigger than your hands, but not like, you know, they're probably like, you know, maybe a hand and a half, like long and about the same width as your hand. 2 of them, and they're connected by two tubes that connect to each other, and there's also a pipe that you could like breathe in, or like, you know, like connect to something. You don't know. And you see that it has connections that your hollow strap could like connect to, and then would allow you to probably to boot these things or work with them or whatever they do. But you've no idea. You'd have to spend some time looking at them.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll then use my movement to go into the next room.
Yep. Make me an acrobatics check, please.
Spending 20. That'll be a 25.
That's enough. You move in, you take no damage, you're able to move up to the terminal. Do you want to try to deactivate this thing?
Remember, you still have advantage on your intelligence checks.
Yeah, it's going to be an intelligence check as it was before. You can use your Thieves' Tools proficiency with it as well.
So that is 17.
17, yeah, you're able to deactivate this one. So the laser grid in the area you're currently in is deactivated. The door beyond is still closed.
Action bonus, action movement. Yeah, that's me.
Yep, okay. So Barros opens up the pathway for you, Atlas, and you see the door is closed, and then beyond it there's a laser grid. And then the door beyond that is open still. So if you can get this door open, you could potentially be scot-free.
First I'm gonna put my hand in the grab bag of cybernetics, because, you know.
Okay, so you run over
Barros did it,
across the room.
If he's gonna steal, why not?
Sure, are you gonna do a random bonus action?
Yep, just bonus action.
Sure, roll me a
grab
D10, please.
I hope nothing in this box bites.
You pick up the dentures.
2.
If
you
I pick up the dentures, I become an owl with teeth.
You pick up a you pick up a small round orb, probably no bigger than a ping pong ball. It is made of metal and it is smooth on all sides.
Listen,
Eyeball.
Like the other things that Barros picked up, you have there's the only divot on it appears to be an input that a hollow strap could connect to.
Okay, pocket that shit and then get through the door.
Sure. You use pretty much all of your movement to get all the way down to the next door. And then you run out of movement when you arrive there. You still have your action. Are you going to try to break this one down?
Yeah, I'll try and break it.
Go for it. $19 will hit. Damage.
Damn it.
Just roll a d6.
Sorry, I keep expecting it to work.
Yeah, sometimes it breaks, okay? It's not a perfect system.
That's a
6 on the dice,
six
so 9 in
plus
total.
3.
Yeah, you shatter the glass again on this one and warp some of the wiring. It's not enough for Barros to squeeze through just yet, but you are making a bit of headway.
I've done it again and I completely forgot there's a roll 20 with music.
Yeah.
I'm sat here in silence, just like...
Vibing. Straight up vibing, yo. So that,
I don't really
that's
notice the
9
music
damage.
unless it stops, and then it's like,
It's called background music. It's a perfect type of music.
I'm still waiting for the day Harry pulls out the old combat music and we're all like, oh no. Oh no.
Whenever we actually meet a boss, that's
the
gonna
door
happen.
beyond closes. Beros. Siren's still going. There's a door which Atlas tried to break through. It looks fairly damaged. Like, you think if you could get what Atlas already done to it again, it probably would break open and allow you to get access to the terminal, or you could try something else. Or
Yeah. Is this the room with the explosives in it?
the room you are currently in has explosives. Yes.
never a good
Is
question.
it behind locked doors?
They are military grade amalgamate, like military, explosive carrying crates.
They're big boys.
Oh, so it's not like a box of grenades or anything.
No, it looks like it's like if you kind of imagine like big metal carrying cases that you'd have to like open up and like, you know, inside you just know they're explosives because they have explosive warnings all over them.
Okay.
But there could be you could open up, it might be a load of like explosive ammunition, like you don't know, or it could be like fucking demo blocks. You know.
Yeah.
It could be grenades as well. Like it's just closed.
Barros finds a box of fucking C4.
Essentially.
As much as I would love that, I think the chance. I need to. There's nothing in this room that I could quickly grab, is there?
There's also the big creds containers, but they're quite big and bulky. They're like PCs kind of size. I mean, if you want to throw, you could probably throw open the explosive crates. It's not like they're like locked or anything.
Okay, I'll follow up on the explosive crate.
Okay, so it's one crate. I would like you to roll me a D4. 3, and I would like you to roll me an additional D4. Okay. This box has, you open it, it still has the fresh out of the factory smell. Never probably used
Fresh
before.
explosive smell.
There are,
Don't burn.
in this box, there are 4 kind of like long, cuboid kind of shaped devices. They have a little monitor on each of them, and they have a plus, a minus, and a little like button next to that, which seems to be marked with like a little like play button. They are fairly big. They're probably about the size of like like a good pancake in kind of like length, but a bit more chunky. And they have a like some kind of adhesive backing sticker on them.
Oh, could I assume to get all of them, that would take a full action?
It would take your full
bonus
action to like be picking them all up, but you still have a bonus action, I would say. But yeah, if you want to collect all of them, it's going to take the full bulk of your turn.
Sure, we'll do we'll do that. I think these are probably worth grabbing.
Okay. If you can note down that you have 4 explosive charges, please. They are an action to activate. You can manually set a timer. The minimum timer you can set is 0 seconds. So you can just set it to go off.
Fair.
And it will do explosive. It will do an explosion in a radius around itself, unless you use the adhesive sticker, in which case you can change its setting to basically explode outward, kind of like a thunderwave spell. So
Okay,
if you kind of imagine, for general rule of thumb, they're effectively going to work like an up-leveled either thunder clap or thunder wave spell, depending on what setting, what mode they're in, if that makes sense.
Okay, cool.
I know I'm worried for the ship's safety.
It's fine.
You weren't worried before with us on board?
Beros just find claymore mines.
He find breaching charges.
No breach charges, yeah.
Oh,
Find breaching
That's
charges. You
even
put them on a wall.
worse.
Boom.
No. It's the second no one answers, someone doesn't answer the door, you just hear, dude.
I don't think I can do much with a bonus action, so I'm going to leave it there.
Yep. The AIs are just filling your mind barrels with rambling of incessantness, by the way. There's no dead air in your head at the minute. Alrighty. The next laser grid begins to glow. It hasn't activated just yet.
There's no dead air in Atlas's head either, it's just owl screaming.
And, oh sorry, Atlas, I think I robbed you of your turn there before that next, the laser grid began to glow, so what would you like to do?
I would like to break down the rest of the door.
Alrighty, go for it.
Really making up for
Yeah.
those nat ones, but it'll come back
that'll hit.
around, don't
Roll
worry.
your damage. That exactly what you needed. They got 15 hit points each of these doors. So yes, you're able to bend the metal again. That's a 9 for the previous one, the 6 this time. So you bend the metal back, allowing your barrels to step through. The laser grid in the next area is, however, still online. The door beyond is also closed, and then beyond that, now the laser grid begins to start powering up. It hasn't yet engaged fully.
And it's a full action to like offline laser.
Yeah, if you want to see it's a full action to like hack the terminal, if that makes sense.
Okay. Then I will hold back.
Alrighty. Beros.
Am I able to quickly turn around to Atlas and be like, credits or no credits?
They're fakes.
Fine, and I'll go through the door.
Yep. Acrobatics check
acrobat-
as you enter the laser grid.
Wah, wah, wah.
I was half expecting you to say that, and you still do.
That one.
That is indeed a nat 1, Beros.
Oh, you're gonna set your goat butt on fire. Only you had found cybernetic pants.
That's if you
Beros,
still
you're
have a
taking
good
13
part.
points of force damage. And you are partially repulsed back. You still have enough movement to go back in if you'd like.
Yeah, let's do it again.
Yep, you move back in. You've already kind of taken the brunt of it.
Undiscouraged.
I'll also say for that sake, you can go up to the terminal. You can use your action if you'd like to try to Decode it.
That is a 18.
That's enough. The lasers in this area are also shut down. There is one door, a laser grid about to power up, and then another door which is currently open. So you've got, right now, one closed door between you and freedom. So you're gaining on the system. Atlas.
Run up,
Yep.
stab the next door.
Go for it, make an attack roll. 14, 15 AC, so yes, that'll hit. Roll your damage. Number 9 damage. Very nice. This is the room that has the like strange vial in the container, and also has the artifacts on the other side.
Do I get through all of the door, or is it still like...
No,
a
it's
glass
partially
door?
done, like but so the same kind of level hit points. So another strike like the last one you did on the previous turn would be enough to probably deal with this. I think it's not much left holding on, but the glass is
Can I
broken
attack
and
it
the.
again?
Hmm?
Can I attack it again?
Do you have something that lets you attack twice?
I have 2 weapon fighting.
Do you have 2 weapons?
I have 2 scimitars.
Scimitars, and you are wielding both? Then yes.
Apparently, I do not have 2 scimitars.
Well, then you cannot dual wield what you don't have 2 of.
Apparently, I don't have any scimitars.
Check your inventory.
Oh no, I do. I have.
You
on my
definitely have at
backpack.
least one.
It's
'cause
on
you
my
stabbed
backpack, not
me
my
with it.
equipment.
Yeah.
I was like, apparently I don't have a scimitar at all, but I've definitely been using one this whole time. Then I cannot do that.
Okay. No bonus action spells or anything?
Can you not dual wield a dagger? If you've got one.
Yeah, you could dual wield a dagger if you had a dagger.
I have a dagger. I could have sworn I had a second scimitar.
Maybe you gave it to someone.
Maybe.
Maybe you gave it to like one of the like people
I'd
back
give
on
it to
Tilm, you know.
An NPC.
Yeah, maybe like whenever you're like doing all the Tilm stuff. You also still have like a Tev cannon and stuff. You know, probably
No, I don't. I took that off.
He needs to probably charge that up anyway.
I will healing word the slightly burnt dude though.
Eros, I assume.
Yes.
Okay.
Or 8.
Good.
Thank you very much.
Good healing. Okay. Yeah. So the laser grid in the next area ignites. Beros. Artifacts on the
Fucking
left.
right.
There's a weird like glass vials on the right.
Lucky dip a artifact, please.
Sure.
Atlas is just there like, Eros,
In-
the door!
In the fight for their life, Barros is like, claw machine! Let's see what I can win.
It's just so funny to think like Atlas just cleaving her way through these doors and Barrel's behind her like, yoink, yoink, yoink.
And now you understand what the rest of us are going through.
whistling a pirate's life for me.
Literally. Beros, if you would like to roll me
Atlas is fighting for her life. Beros is having a
D100,
great
please.
$49.
9. You find a silver spoon with an M engraved on the handle.
Right.
Mordenkainen's
I will then-
magnificent spoon.
I will then attack the window.
Yep. You run up, stabby stab, go for it.
18.
18 hits, roll damage. No sneak attack, it is a door.
That's fine.
You can't sneak attack a door.
Cannot sneak attack a door. It's immune to being surprised.
7 points of damage.
7 points damage enough. Yeah, you break the rest of the wire that Atlas has been working on, revealing next laser grid and the still open door on the far side. So you could potentially, Atlas, it's only, you know, about 10 foot or so to the exit. You could just dive through, potentially get out of here, but you may leave Beros behind in doing so.
Do I have enough movement to do that myself, or would it be an action to go through?
You could run through, but you would have to run through the laser grid. So you'd have to make an acrobatics check to not be hit.
Let's do that.
Okay, make an acrobatics check.
Just don't roll on that one. Oh my god. That is a 24.
Barrels, you nimbly dip, duck, and dodge your way out, and you are free. Rushing past the kind of like the other little items as well, kind of which are near the start. Atlas, you have a window to escape, but the door is about to close.
Yeah, I'll give it a go.
Okay, acrobatics check to not be hit.
Come on, Atlas. 8.
8. You're going to get a hit, Atlas. 17 points of force damage. Are you still up?
Yep.
Okay, you are able to move through. You take a little bit of damage, you move through, but you are out of here. A bit battered and injured. You are all kind of like stand the entrance, and as you kind of like look around and like taking your surroundings, like, you know, taking a breath as the door closed shut, the last door, as the final laser grid still rotates around beyond. Yeah. Do.
We should probably go, right?
Yeah, I'm just not sure if... I'm not sure if we can fit through the door upwards. There doesn't seem to be a mechanism on the other side, so unless someone opens it...
I mean...
I think the only...
Maybe if we just bang on it a lot, they'll... I don't know.
Atlas, with your passive perception, now that everyone's kind of calmed down, you realize there is someone standing just kind of like down one of the corridors that goes deeper into this like hideout that you found. You see a human woman. She's got like a leather jacket that kind of like falls about her hip. Not a very long one, just kind of like, it's almost like maybe like kind of around her waist, even like kind of short leather jacket. She's got in her both hands, she's got one of these big plasma rifles, like the one that Barros picked up, and she's pointing it in your direction, and she says, "Alrighty, fun's over."
I would argue that it's just beginning.
Sure. I mean, we can go down that route if you want to, but I'm not the one who just went dancing through lasers. I don't recognize you two. Looks to me like you're stealing.
More like returning?
Yeah? Returning what? That case in your hand? The rifle on your back? Those that things, you know, that don't belong to us.
Can I try and cast Charm Person?
Sure.
As Barros reaches for an explosive.
Alice is like, I can charm my way out of this, but it's like, I can explode my way out of it.
Yeah, you can cast Charm Person, go for it.
They make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
They do it with advantage if we're fighting, but I think that means like literally fighting. I don't think we're fighting yet.
You're not fighting just yet, so it's a flat roll. She's not super wise, but she's wise enough. She's +4. What's your DC?
16.
Yeah, she feels. You watch the charm take hold.
Can you give us a hand getting out of here?
Sure, I can let you go, but I really need you to leave that stuff behind. I'll get in trouble if I've lost this stuff. But I can help you get out. Jack lowers the rifle.
Barros, give the rifle back.
Fine, but this thing's kind of stuck to my hand.
Oh yeah,
The
it does
briefcase
that.
appears to be stuck to him, so might be difficult to give that back.
Yeah, there's a reason why we put it down at the deepest end. I mean, is this guy like your friend? Like, he's very stupid if that's the case. I mean, this guy.
He is both stupid and my friend, yes.
Fair enough. I mean, we could the last courier who had it with us, we just took the hand.
Maybe you could just give him a little time to see if he can, like, unattune from it.
Make me a persuasion check. Atlas, you get advantage because of the charm.
19.
sure, but he'll have to bring it back once he's done with it. Because again, that's promised to someone. That's you know, there are deals in place.
Yep. Second we get his hand unattached from it, we'll drop it off somewhere.
Yeah. So the rifle, we can leave now. She goes over to the terminal and deactivates the lockdown. She takes the rifle and she's gonna walk it in. Busy and just puts it back in the rack. Anything else you took? And she starts looking around.
No, I only grabbed the rifle because it was there to help me get out.
She doesn't notice anything from the missing box of cybernetics because all the stuff you have you basically put away anyway. Nothing's out as far as I'm aware. She doesn't notice the artifact missing. However, the explosives was left open. She does clock stick. Now there was definitely explosives in this. Have you taken those?
Barrels, give the explosives back. Come on.
Yeah, fucking spoils, but I'll pull out like 2 explosives.
Barros, make me a deception check.
No. D20. That is a 14.
You have advantage.
Oh. D. Oh, there we go. That is a 24.
Thanks. Yeah, it must have only been a half shipment. That's weird. Well, it's fine. She takes the 2, puts them in, closes the box up again. Right. Now that's all sorted, she goes back. She reactivates the terminal. The final door locks. She's like, man, you entered a number on the vault. It's going to take a lot of money to fix. Sure, but let's get you guys out of here. And she walks over towards the ladder. He was like, just up here. We'll get you back on the street level.
Right.
The ladder.
Yep, you start climbing up.
Yep.
She'll follow you. Once you start climbing, she'll follow up last. You kind of all climb up to the top where the actual little fridge is itself. You notice she pressed the button on her hollow strap, and then the lock from the inside undoes. Something we're connected to her network. And yeah, the freezer door once again props open. Meanwhile, arriving just back and do you go to the front door of the cafeteria? Do you go for like the you're muted, right?
I imagine Volgear would be leading us, so wherever Volgear thinks would be easier to get in.
I think because Volgear's got in and out that many times, he's going to the back alley to poke his head through the door to see what's going on in the kitchen, first of all.
Yep, the kitchen's in full swing still. They're making more meatloaf and chowder. They're all working away. These big these big hippo lady, canteen ladies, all working away, talking to each other. Yeah, Dolores, where'd you put the rest of my salad? Oh, I don't know, Phyllis. Maybe ask whatever her name is over there. I don't know what she talking about. I don't even know my own name.
Gladys, Dolores.
It's Sandra, you bitch.
Sandra's the one whose husband is cheating on her, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks rather busy at the moment. Maybe the front?
We could tell them that we're here to fix the out-of-order freezer.
Well, they've seen me, so maybe you two could.
I'm sure they'd enjoy that. No, Astra wouldn't say that. Mary would say that. I'm sure they'd enjoy that.
He's got a big tool to fix the freezer.
Just knock, Cyrus.
Knock.
You knock on like the side door to the alley.
Just the door frame.
One of them like looks over. Oh, mama, look at this big hunk of man. Hey, Phyllis, come get a look at this. This looks to me like an asthma. Ooh, one of those fiery ones. I'd be damned.
He did correctly identify you, though.
Identified me correctly. Learned people.
What can we do for you, sugar?
I heard that your freezer's broken. I'm here to fix it.
Oh, Sandra, did you put through this order? I don't remember reporting a broken freezer. Anybody remember reporting a freezer? That was me, but I don't have any money. Well, that's okay. We have money as a business. Shut the fuck up, Sandra. You. We've never seen those movies.
Cyrus will reach for his crowbar and he'll just flex. Internally, he is
Okay.
cringing,
Sure.
but he knows it will get him in the building.
Make me a performance check, Cyrus. You can use your strength modifier instead of your charisma.
Oh God.
So if you're proficient in performance for whatever reason, you can also add that. Otherwise, it's just a straight strength roll.
Okay, so that is.
You're putting on a show.
Getting the guns out.
The gun show.
That is an 8.
It
Not a very good gun show.
pretty meager guns.
Reaching for a crowbar.
You're getting too much into your head, you know, like you can't get yourself in the
Doing what I
zone.
did, but
You actually whack it on your
the
leg or
dustbin.
something.
Yeah, you like fucking like twat yourself like on
Like
the
the
on
back
like
of
the
the
side,
knees,
yeah.
like-
You like snaggle, it's like, oh, that looked like it hurt, sugar.
As he-
You want
as he
Dolores
goes
to
on
give you a
that
big
thing,
kiss,
he's
it better.
"Boom."
Jesus. No, I'm too much in my head. I'm flustered. Ryan is flustered. Maybe I could do maybe I'd need a rub down after I finish my work.
Oh yeah. Hey Phyllis, why don't you crack out the expensive olive oil? Oh, of course, Dolores.
It's expensive.
Dolores is the only one who has like a
oil.
fixed accent. Everyone else is a bit like they randomly change.
Do they
It's the
change,
same
or-
3 voices, but they don't have the same names.
Do they change, or is Cyrus just really bad at keeping track of who's who?
Yeah, they keep moving around the kitchen a lot. Sure, honey. Well, what freezer is it? This one here? She points to the middle freezer.
Is it the middle freezer that's broken?
You ask.
There was an out of
You ask who.
there was an out of order sign somewhere.
There
I
is an out of
remember
order
that.
sign on. It's not in the middle one. It's on the one on the right.
I believe it's that one, and he'll just motion to the one on the right.
Oh. I think that one's working perfectly fine. Unless there's something really wrong with the door mechanism on that one, I guess. Jack looks at you.
Oh, they're in on it. The little ladies are in on the smuggling.
Fair enough. Let me take a look at that middle freezer then.
Alright. There you go.
You
I mean,
now
she
gotta
opens it
roleplay
up
a
like
fridge tap.
a big, like, waft of, like, misty, cold air, like rolls out.
No!
This is the worst scenario for me.
Have a good look, sugar.
I'm gonna get put in the freezer, aren't I?
I think the
Cyrus.
cooling unit's right in the back there.
Goodbye,
Cyrus
Cyrus.
Cyrus will reach for the cooling
Yep.
thing.
You go inside, Cyrus, and then the freezer door slams shut, and you realize that there is no handle on the inside.
I fucking knew it. I'm gonna try and just break the door down.
Sure,
Because I'm freezing my ass off
You
here.
are freezing your ass off in here. Make me a athletics check, please, Cyrus.
I'm assuming we probably would have had the slam as well.
Yeah, you hear the slam shut, but Dolores is making a big deal about it. She's like, well, I guess we'll just have to wait for the next delivery to come in.
That is a 19.
19? Yeah, you like get the crowbar, like pry it aside. You start, you feel it
Have
like
a
big.
crowbar with you at least.
Yes, you and the crowbar will actually give you advantage because it's
Sweet.
that's literally what it does.
Literally made for
Literally his
prying
job.
doors.
Doesn't help.
That's an 18.
You start working on it, and it does begin to give, and it's beginning to like bend and stuff like that. But it's a big, heavy lock on there to like break the latch open. Basically, is what you're trying to do. So it's gonna take you probably a couple of goes, but you are making headway. Anything from Astra or Volgear?
Yeah, like, can we see if we like see there's a little glass thing where it's like poking our heads through?
So I mean, the
Yeah,
back
that's
door,
it.
the back door to the alleyway at the minute is still open. But one of as you kind of like hear the slam and you hear Dolores say like, "Looks like we'll just have to wait for the next delivery." Sandra, do me a favor, close that back door. It's letting in an awful draft. And one of the gift ladies goes over and they begin to close the back door to the side alley, like the fire door, effectively that they were smoking out of earlier. But you guys you can see briefly from there before it gets closed. Otherwise, you'll have to go all the way around to the front, like fucking, follow someone into the like building. Because if you remember, it's like the workers like
Yeah.
lounge.
Remember, you also have a chimera with you, just in case
Yep.
you thought that would be
Yeah.
useful.
Do we?
Someone also has
just
someone
gonna-
also has a pass, right?
A pass.
Well,
I thought that was one
Volkir,
of the two
Yeah,
that-
like the staff pass.
Volkir, you find like a staff pass
Ah, yes.
on the Eclipse.
Okay. We got two options. We either position ourselves at the door, bang on the door, and stick the chimera behind our heads, or are we going through the front with this? And do the same thing, bring the chimera in.
So, we both know what Cyrus is like with cold, and he's currently stuck in a fridge.
Yeah.
What
We
if
got
we?
two
What if we set fire to one of the stoves and not like a
Arson.
big fire, like a little
Arson.
fire, like they're working in a kitchen. They're going to be all hands on deck.
Excuse me, Atlas?
Astra, you have spent too much time with Cyrus and Atlas.
That's a distraction.
A distraction is a giant three-headed creature at your door, or in the canteen, scaring all the customers.
Do you think did Chimera? You're not usually pro Chimera. I'm getting confused.
I'm not pro chimera, but it's useful in some situations.
Okay.
Also, if one of the hippos think that's a big meal and it won't eat me.
Kind of feel bad for them. I kind of don't because they just shoved Cyrus in the fridge. So yeah.
Which one? Can I eye up the door? Eye up Tewa, see if the door on the side alley's big enough.
They could squeeze if the door was fully open. Yeah.
Or should we just go for the front? Let's go through the front and make a ruckus.
Okay.
Terrorism.
I'll go-
We always resort to terrorism.
Just,
You
well,
good
I'm
at
not
front
gonna
door?
get to do anything.
Yeah,
just
Are you gonna wait around for
to
someone and try to
behave.
follow in, or are you gonna try to use this card?
I use the card.
Okay. Yeah, you scan the card, and the door opens up.
I'm gonna bring Tewa in, but I'm gonna tell him to be quiet and follow me and don't make any noise unless I say so.
Okay. Yep. Tewa follows in, and you see draws like people like. I don't know if they're supposed to be. Is that what is? Are they supposed to be in here? Like, there's people in here. Like, there's like civilian workers in here.
Yep. Gonna walk over to the kitchen.
He's an emotional service chimera.
Just
Yeah.
walks into the kitchen.
Just walks with
a chimera.
confidence towards the
Yeah.
kitchen. You see the one of the dinner ladies is currently like, you know, right now she's swapping over a big stainless steel tray of meatloaf, and she looks up and she's like, "Oh my sweet giddy aunt, Dolores, what do you want, Bill? Oh fuck! Call me crazy, but you don't look much like a dock worker, sweetie, and even as your pet."
No, but he's very well trained, apparently. He's not my pet, but I've been under a good authority that he's trained until someone injures someone he likes. And I'll start walking towards the fridge at that point.
Whoa, you
Meanwhile,
can't
in
come
the
back
fridge-
here. This is the controlled area. Meanwhile, the fridge, we can athletics check Cyrus to see if we can.
I'll have to release individually.
If Astra gets to the fridge, can she use is it an axe or a hammer? She has be
so that is
something
a-
to
Oh,
it.
I'm literally going over to the thing and opening it.
21.
21. So before you can even get there, Volgear, you see the tung, like the sound of like the metal snapping as the door opens, and you see Cyrus a little chilly and worse for wear. He wasn't in long enough for the cold to do any damage to him. And even if not for his cold,
His
like
nipples are just
yeah.
really sharp.
even
And
if
he's a
not for his
slightly-
cold.
Slightly darker peel, or
Yeah.
slightly darker blue.
I mean, you think realistically that someone in that freezer, Cyrus, like a normal person would probably be fine for like, you know, at least 6 hours, if not longer.
It would just be
You
kind of-
probably would be closer to 3 or a bit more.
Yeah.
But you're pretty strong constitution-wise, so maybe you'd be fine. But like, you know, them putting you, it wasn't like they put you in an oven, like, you know, like it was like
Yeah.
it wasn't exactly super dangerous. It was more like a holding kind of situation. They didn't hurt you in any
They
way.
were like, let's
Yeah.
keep this guy out of the way until somebody comes to, you know, decide what to do with him.
And as
they
the
put him in the oven, and he's like, "This is fine."
as the like the thing pings off and like opens up, it's around that point that the upper priest next to it also like props open a little bit, and
Alice climbs out.
and Dolores like, oh look, one of the new deliveries here. She like backs up a little bit, like, and all four of the gift dinner ladies kind of back up a little bit away from Tewa, and they back up to like behind a bench, like on the far side. And you notice that they are armed. They have like various kitchen utensils and things like that. They don't have like weapons. They don't have like guns or anything that you can see. But they're currently like, one has a kitchen knife, one has a hot frying pan, one like they have improvised weapons at their disposal because they're in a kitchen. And they were probably holding it when you came in. Well, the one who was like at the front, who's putting the meatloaf out, has like a big ladle.
That is the last time I do things nicely.
Sorry, Sugar, you'll be sticking your head in places maybe you shouldn't. That was for your own good.
Know my name. I didn't give you my name.
I called you Sugar.
I thought you said Cyrus.
No, I said sorry, Sugar. Now I know your name.
It's Sugar.
You just told me. Sugar Cyrus.
Do you? Do you? And just points at Tewa.
I don't know anybody's name. I don't know my own name. I don't know any of these names. The names always change. Only my name stays the same, Dolores.
Dolores is the alpha dinner lady.
Is Atlas coming out of this?
Yeah, Atlas climbs out, yeah.
Alice clambers out.
At which point, I will look at Atlas and go, now listen closely. I will only
Atlas
ever say
looks
this once.
fucked
He's
up.
Like
he
half
actually
health.
has come
I'm
in
lightly
helpful and-
fucked up.
Pastor probably rushes over and casts Cure Wounds.
I
or
mean,
something.
Barros looks fucked up.
Yeah,
Barros
Barros
looks fucked up.
Barros comes up 2 seconds later, also looks fucked up, and then the door behind them closes.
Yeah.
Oh, hey,
Cyrus
you guys
will
are here.
give.
Excellent. We should go right now. Come
I
on,
agree.
let's
Cyrus
go.
wraps his cape around him like a scarf.
Atlas is fully aware that Charm Person only lasts an hour, and then she's gonna know what happened.
Alright.
Right, let's go quickly. Come on.
Yeah.
Will this work?
You can take control of your
Oh, it worked.
pet.
He's
And I will
not.
say
Barrels, you
only
get
once
five-
that he
Barrels, you
wasn't
get 5
actually
HP.
completely unuseful.
Thank you.
It was actually very helpful in the situation.
They're
I'll
not
say
a
it only
pet,
once.
but I'm glad to know you two have been bonding.
Right,
Hey, Tewa.
let's get out of here, get paid, and then go fly the ship into space far away from the station.
Yes, agreed.
Okay, so you guys are gonna
I'm
hightail
gonna
it.
suspiciously look at these two.
Atlas
I
gets
mean, we
7
could
healing.
try and give the briefcase back, but honestly, at this point,
All of you notice,
Just leave it.
you kind of see it's like a metal like containment unit like that Barros has holding onto him, and
Well.
it doesn't look like I mean, Barros, as far as you're concerned, it's like you've been like, it's like having your hand constantly electrocuted, so you can't like control the muscles in your hand, so you can't let go of it, if that makes sense.
well, we
Oh,
can
you're
talk
like-
about this back on the ship. First, let's try and go get our money. Quick, come on, let's leave this place.
Okay.
And Alice is going to hightail it out
Alice
of
is
the
just
door.
Spewing
Sleepwalking.
everybody out the door.
Yeah, she's like, come on, let's go. We're going right now.
Okay, yep, you actually run out, you go out the way you came in, and yeah, you can make your way back over towards docking bay Delta 42, which is where the Eclipse is docked.
Tell me you did not drop that manifest somewhere.
No, I read it.
Yeah, you saw it. Yeah, you're right back to the Eclipse. You come aboard. Captain Thalia's like, you're back. Find anything useful? My manifest, love. She takes it, checks it over a few times. You see she edits a few items on it, and goes, good, all here, all accounted for. Right, I suppose you'll be looking payment.
Oh, Barros would have before it's handed over. I'll whisper into Alice's ear and be like, "There's probably over 1 million credits worth of inventory here. We could definitely be paid more than 10,000."
Well, you're better at persuading and threatening than I am. Maybe remind her that there's a lot more smugglers out there who might like to know about it. Unless you want me to
Uh,
try, but
No, I can do this.
you're the one with the gift of the gab.
About payment.
Yes, 10,000 chits, I believe. We agreed, and a
Oh,
trade permit.
I think we can do better than that, don't you?
Well, you did get to me relatively quickly. You also have yet to tell me who took it, so I could have them taken care of by the guards.
Turns out that information is quite expensive.
And so's the content of your ship.
Indeed, why do you think I offered such a good reward to find this manifest?
Call it 50,000. We know you can afford it.
Make me a... I think this is probably leaning more towards intimidation, Beros.
Okay.
Because you're like, pushing more the lines of like, you're trying to bend over a barrel a little bit here, like in that kind of sense. You're not like, charming her into it,
Nat 20 plus 6.
Jeez.
Scary.
Captain Barros.
Not really what it
The
currently
words of a
says.
man who just got his ass burnt by lasers.
Tell me who is responsible, and I will give you the 50,000 credits, the trade permit, and I'll throw in one of the lost pieces of cargo.
I think we've got ourselves a deal. So, what's the name of the one that we
Ella
know?
was the freelancer and Dorian was the dock worker.
And there was a third.
There was also the
Keller is the
security
one
guy.
who
There was
took it.
unknown third.
Keller is the one who took it. If the
Dorian and Yorick were both working with her to do it.
That's it. Dorian, Kelloy, Warwick.
yeah, I'll repeat
we
the
can-
names.
you can-
If you want
You
to
could
find
also
out
hand
more,
over the black circle if you wanted to. There's your evidence.
If you want to find out more, the dinner ladies at the canteen, they seem to be protecting the entrance. It's the fridge on the right-hand side. It would go down to a vault containing many smuggled items. They seem to be pretty heavily guarded. They seem to be selling those items, the stolen goods, to various people that coming in and out of port.
A hidden smuggling ring right on the trade station. Smart. Suppose it was only a matter of time until they got found out. Well, I'll pass it on to them. I'm sure that the security here would be interested in, hearing your side of things as well. They may pop around too, I suppose. I would imagine they would like some assistance if you've already found it as well, if you're looking to make more chits quick. They've got bigger pockets than I do. Bear in mind that my job's yet to be finished. She transfers 50,000 credits. That's she transfers it equally. She transfers 10,000 each of you, as agreed. She also transfers to Beros, because he was the one who did the deal with her, an official permit, which basically grants you access to restricted trade routes and high value cargoes, which basically just allows you. It's kind of like a trade, the same kind of like guild, same guild that the same guild that Lyra and stuff were involved in. Effectively, this merchants guild who like trade. She offers you like a permit to work with them. And then she finally goes over to the big cargo container in the middle of her ship. She opens it with her holostrap, steps inside, it closes behind her, and after a minute or two, she comes back out, and she is holding a two what look like little Bluetooth like earpieces. And she goes,
By the way,
"Yeah, I think that these must have fallen off whenever someone stole the manifest." And she offers them out. Does anyone take them?
I'll take them if no one else does.
No, I was about to say no one is taking them. I was about to say I feel like Harry's given up with us splitting the party, and he's now giving us things to communicate. It's two
This is
parties
always part of
separately.
the reward. This is actually going to be a part of the reward if you did it in a certain time frame, which you did.
I'll take them if no one else reaches too.
Yeah.
Sure.
You two did most of the hard
Yeah.
work, so
Okay.
I think it's only fair you two get the main rewards.
You take. You basically have two of the. They are called quantum entanglement communicators, which basically allows instant, secure communication across vast distances. The range of which is pretty much unlimited. There are a few exceptions, but generally they are unlimited.
Quantum entanglement
Communicator. They can be used up to 3 times a day. When activated, they last for 1 hour, and they allow two-way communication for that full hour between the two. And the messages sent are telepathic. They're called QECs, Quantum Entanglement Communicators, QECs. But they only work to the other device, so you have to basically... They're like walkie-talkies in a way.
Walkie-talkie, but in your head.
But in your head, yes. You would also assume if you could find more, you could link those together. You could like add more to the network pretty easily. They are standalone from your holoshop. They do not require attunement. They just work 3 times a day, up to 1 hour each time they're used. The problem with them not being attunement is though someone could rip it off it and use it, or like that kind of thing. And they regain 1d3 charges like at the end of a long rest, basically. So it's a d6 halved. I will put that in D&D Beyond later. But yeah, you have your effective rewards. And it's like, pleasure doing business with you, even if you do drive a hard bargain. But I hope that you will stay true to your word.
As we're leaving her ship, Cyrus is gonna be like, so do we want to stay and take down a smuggling ring, or do we still want to get the hell off this?
I mean, I'm down for earning more money.
Valley's
If
ship,
you don't
as soon as you guys
more,
leave,
If-
Valley's ship closes down.
If we can do it today, then sure, but like, we're kind of on a strict
What?
timeline here.
This is true.
Oh, strict.
Saving my
Probably
parents
today.
from death, strict.
True. Yeah. Maybe.
You have
Once we
spent
get that
about like
sorted.
3-4 hours now, like at the station. So you got another like maybe 4 hours tops before you need to be moving.
Why don't we go tell security about it right now, and we can see how urgently they want to deal with it. Worst case scenario, they want more time to prepare, and we wipe our hands of it.
As long as they
that
don't
we're on
detain
a
us.
limited time here, so
Yeah, first we should swing by the ship and drop off all those stolen goods, or at least the ones we can drop. How's the hand?
Still stuck.
Yeah, you're really white knuckling it.
I can't let go. Also,
What's even in there?
there's like
Did you even look?
no, I can't open it, and there's like 5 voices in my head, just speaking all at once. I'm going a little bit nuts.
Okay, that's not great.
Did you pick up a god case as well?
I don't think these are gods, because if they are, they're very stupid gods.
Have you tried asking them like what they are?
I mean, gods are
God.
pretty stupid anyway.
Maybe,
Little tiny voices in my head. What
let's
are
get back
you?
to the ship before you start looking crazy.
One of the voices in your head, Barros, says, I'm nothing. I'm the voice in your head. You've imagined me. The other one says, don't worry. I will keep you safe. You need not know what we are. One of them says, I will protect you and your friends because that is what I'm born to do. One of them says,
I like that one.
I was not born. I was forged. the fiery hatred of that who wronged me. And everyone says, oh, that looks good. We should get that. Do you see that thing over there on the table? That shelf? Oh, wow. That is a really nice... You see that? That's like a screw or something. We could probably take that. That would be amazing. Oh, my goody gracious aunt. I've never seen a window before. Can we take that? Is that big? We could probably carry that, right?
Has Harry taken our characters and caricatured them into 5 AIs?
I'll just respond.
Which characters though?
Protection, shiny, revenge, and whatever the 5th one was.
Do you want the names of the AIs? Does that help?
Yes.
You've got
I do
Nemesis,
have them.
Savior, Trickster, Collector, and Survivor.
Yeah.
Those are the names of Barros's 5. And you would know the names of Barros if you tuned them. So you know all they do. You know all that they're capable of. So it's not like anything is a secret for yourself, apart from the possibility to release them. That's also
Protector is Atlas. Nemesis is Volgear. Trickster, I'm guessing, is either Barros or Atlas. Survivor could be Atlas or Cyrus. And I've forgotten the 5th name again already.
You're not right with that 5th one.
Protector.
Astra, I don't suppose you know any kind of remove curse or anything? I know clerics can sometimes do that.
I might be able to. I might be a tomorrow situation.
Unrelated to
check.
you not having remove curse, how difficult do you think it would be to reattach a hand that had been cut off?
I mean, if you cut off my hand, don't replace it. Get me a nice hook.
It would look very cool with a hook.
I mean, at least you could
Or a robot
attach
hand.
a chain better.
What about a clamp?
Oh,
A
a
robot
biscuit
clamp.
maker.
Spatula for flipping the biscuits.
Barros
Yes,
is
we'll
just
swap Cyrus with
We'll
it.
get you one of those detachable
Barros
things.
is just gonna become
on...
the fucking cyborg from Treasure Planet, like cooking with all the different attachments.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you let me sleep, I can cast Remove Curse tomorrow.
Okay,
It's
that might
fine.
be a
They're keeping me
possibility.
entertained for now.
Um,
Also, I got explosives. Now pull
put
out a
those
bomb.
away.
Cyrus will instantly push it back in the Bible, like, don't yell that.
I have a bomb.
Oh, and a spoon.
Got a spoon. All I got was this golf ball, maybe. I don't know what this
Oh,
is.
and these weird things. Vulgar, here you go. You may understand them. Tell me what they are.
I'm assuming
looks
we've reached
wearingly
the
of whatever
ship by
Barros
this
is having
point if
to
we're
him.
showing off our booty.
I mean, you're
What
kind of
is
just
he-
doing this in the middle of the fucking ship.
I imagine we're doing this as we're walking,
Yeah.
or did we get to the ship when this happened?
I mean,
What
if you
you
want to
had
say you want to
underneath
go back to your
Barros?
ship first, you can do that.
The plan was to go back to the ship and drop off our stolen goods so they couldn't be confiscated from us.
Yeah.
Except the briefcase, which physically cannot be
Cannot
dropped.
be dropped.
What did you hand over, Barros? Actually,
Cybernetic.
The cybernetic pants.
yeah. Oh, yeah, them things.
Cybernetic pants.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
gonna look
more
very
like gloves.
Yeah, they look like gloves, don't they?
Like cybernetic mittens.
Hmm. I'll
I split off my
Pocket them.
haversack and
something later.
backpack into like categories, and I just love that I'm gathering a bunch of random magical shit that I don't know how it works. I got like an eyeball, some Viagra.
What is it with you and eyeballs?
I mean, what's it? I have 2 of them.
Terran
3
lost
now.
one.
Well,
Terran
that wasn't
lost
my
one,
fault.
Terran
I got
gained another one.
I got possessed by a god. Okay, I didn't
And
choose
whose
to
fault was
gouge.
that?
I was like, hey, give me help, gods of the universe, and he was like, rip out your own eyeball. I didn't. That's not the help I was expecting.
You gotta be specific when talking to the gods.
Well, I didn't know that, did I? I didn't talk to them that often.
If you asked Kaz, he would have told you.
And you know what? It turned out fine in the end, okay? I was evil for a little bit, and I died very briefly, but it all turned out fine. And by the end of that campaign, Terran had the most gods on him.
You're so lucky that Kaz picked up that owl.
I love that all of us, when like the gods helped us in the final battle, it was like, your god speaks to you, your god speaks to you, Terran, roll a d6. One of them was just like, here is all of the fates that could happen to you right now, and it just made me throw up and didn't help with the battle at all. You know, do I hear mischief sounds?
That was the fifth name. I think. Protector, Savior, Survivor, Trickster, Nemesis?
Savior, Trickster, Collector, Survivor.
Collector. Not Protector.
Astrophals.
Oh, and Nemesis. Yeah, Nemesis, Savior, Trickster, Collector,
Protector?
Survivor.
Protector
Savior,
might be
probably.
Iris.
No, it's Collector, not Protector. That was my misunderstanding.
No, but there was a.
There was a
Collect-
Protector.
Collector, Savior, Survivor, Trickster, Nemesis.
Sorry, the DM's just putting the dog in timeout.
Oh no.
It happens. We have a new
She
pupper
ate a
at home.
donut
So.
in my hairbrush. Not a real donut, like a toy. It was like a inflatable cone donut.
We got a new, or Dad got a new dog, and I've now named him the Bucket Thief. He kept running around with buckets, and I kept taking them off him, and he'd still find another one, and I've seen scatter bits of plastic across the ground of buckets. So
you never realised quite how many buckets.
Mary's
What family
walking away
have?
like with 7 buckets, and she's like, "Finally, I got them all." Turns out he's just got another one.
No, literally, I brought cause we were on the farm, so Dad always has random buckets from stuff. And I lifted one and I put it in the utility room, looked out the window to see him walking by with another bucket nearly the exact same. Where the fuck are you getting this out of?
And you turn around and it pans like this cartoon moment. It pans to a family member just handing your dog buckets.
Yeah. Secretly, it was Dad all this time.
Right. What do you guys want to do? You get back to the Chimera. You can like show off all your like findings and loot. Are you planning on
Do we really
going security? Or?
Do we really want to risk going to security? Because chances are they're going to detain us for questioning, to learn everything we knew. That could take a couple of hours at least. Then they will have to muster an investigation force, and the investigation force will have to investigate and take in the dinner ladies, and then they'll get questioned for a couple of hours, and then they'll have to muster a raid force to storm the bunker in the freezer, and then that'll take a couple of hours. So I don't know if it's worth our while.
I don't want to risk getting detained. If we get held up for the day, then we might miss them entirely.
Yeah, like
Shall we just go?
as much as I'd like to help, but you know, we have more pressing matters that we cannot miss.
You knew
Yeah,
that
just
she
raise the
was gonna
SGP.
also report them, so like maybe that would be enough.
There's nothing stopping us spending an hour quickly running around doing a shopping with our newfound money if people wanted to, or seeing if there's anything we can take to the next station. With us
Maybe
as
we
ship
can-
cargo.
We do also have that trader's permit now, so
That trader's permit will last us as long as we need. It's just not for this station. It's not just for this station.
that might
Well-
help us get through channels quicker.
I'm just thinking, is it not worth us maybe investing for the time, or do we want to just get off here as quickly as possible?
To be fair, if security don't start a raid within the next, what is it, probably half an hour now, those smugglers are coming after us.
And if they're not after us already.
The charm lasts for about an hour, so I would say we've got a solid 25 minutes or so before we're gonna be in
Right.
trouble.
Maybe
We
we
might
should
as well
I
just
think
start prepping
staying here is going to delay us too long.
Let's just
Right.
get
then.
out.
Yeah, let's just start prepping then.
Yeah.
But maybe we should keep an eye out for anything following us.
Maybe if we're passing through this area again, we could stop by, see if anything's happened, but not linger.
We don't have a way to just get that briefcase off you. I'd like to at least give that back, but...
I mean, if you can't let go of it, we could always... And Cyrus just, like, raises his axe slowly. Would be the easiest way.
I'm not against it. I just...
I mean, I've got this, it'll just pull out the belt. I mean, I can make it a clean cut if you give me the axe.
I mean, Astra has healing magic, and I'm a pretty good swing with an axe, so...
Have we tried just cutting the handle off first?
It's a metal handle.
Whoa,
try.
whoa,
Cut
whoa,
through
whoa.
metal.
If we're going to cut my hand off, then at least wait until we can get somewhere where I can replace it with something cool, like a cybernetic.
The whole point was to leave
I
it
can't
here.
go around with one hand. What am I gonna do? Eat a biscuit and drink a coffee separately?
Well, you can change your alias now to have one hand. Or
I hate to break it to you, but you're
Barry
gonna have to do
one-hand.
that anyway, because your hand is stuck to that thing.
I mean, I could.
Have you tried just, like, asking them if you're allowed to let go?
Sure. Mr. Voices in the Head, all 5 of you, am I allowed to let go of this briefcase, or by your divine power, am I stuck like this forever and I'm going to have to chop my hand off?
We don't have control over the briefcase. The case holds us. Do let us go, though. I think we're powering it against our will in some way. Maybe that'll be enough for you to drop it. You have to let us all out, though.
Is it if you touch the briefcase at all, or is it just if you touch the handle?
I mean, I've not tried to open this thing. Maybe if I just try and open it, there's a little...
I
Maybe,
have not
maybe
tried
try and
to have a
open
look
it
at the
off
case.
the ship.
I was gonna say, why
Or
don't
in
I
a
just...
contained room.
If you can touch the base of the briefcase and it not latch onto you, I could pull the base of the briefcase and everybody else just hold on to Volgear, and I'll try and just pull it off your hand.
I don't think that's
what
what-
we're do.
Or
Might pull his arm off. Who knows?
I'll start
it
opening the
doesn't
briefcase.
get his arm down.
Okay.
What?
Off the ship. I don't want
No.
Oh my
AI
God,
floating
get off the
around the
ship.
place.
So, Barros, you
Well,
use your
maybe
action.
Safari-
Hold on, yeah, it work.
Use your action
Maybe
basically to
Safarna
open
can
it.
override them.
What AI core would you like to remove? You have to pick one of them.
Let's remove
Can't release them all at once. You have to pick one at a time, basically.
the trickster.
Okay. You remove the AI trickster core. You open it up. All of you see a strange, like floating, like green orb of light and energy. And as the briefcase is open and the AI core is effectively removed from the containment, you all would hear its voice. Wow. Look at all of you. All you just looking at me, looking at me, look at me, look at you. Hey, how's it going?
Hello.
Hi.
Keep them.
My name's Ernest. Pleasure to make all of your acquaintances. Not like you're going to introduce yourself to me anyway. But, yeah, good to be here. Well, yep, that's been 6 seconds, and the AI core barrels released from the containment unit, and you roll me a D100.
Uh-oh.
Why did you?
Where
release
in the
trick-
ship are you currently?
I told you to get off the ship.
Where in the ship are you currently as well? Are you in the
Probably
canteen?
Yeah, probably in the
Probably.
canteen.
That's where
Okay.
we do all our
The,
shit.
the I'm just imagining a turret just started randomly firing at random things now.
Oh god.
Just imagine that scene from Merlin when the
34.
pixie gets out.
Why did you panic at 34? You would have panicked at any number, wouldn't you?
Yes. Yes. Why did you pick the trickster?
Oh god, he rolled a number.
I thought you were gonna go for survivor or something.
Of
Protector.
all AI trickster.
Okay.
It's tricking me.
All of the kitchen appliances turn on. The oven turns on. The blender turns on. The washing machine turns on. They also full fucking blast, like going,
it's really
going,
bad
going.
for a microwave to
I will
microwave nothing.
Put it
I will
back in the
start
box.
running around
Back in the
unpulling
box.
stuff.
Okay. I need someone on the Chimera's behalf to roll me a wisdom saving throw for the Chimera, please.
No!
The tower or the ship?
The ship.
Okay.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
No! Don't! I was knowing for the ship!
How
Saparna's gonna have a fucking heart attack!
wise is a ship?
So,
Saparna?
Like, is that a D20 plus? What is that?
it is a D20 plus your crew quality score, which is currently a 6.
Okay. Who wants to roll it?
I haven't no.
No, you're not gonna do
roll.
that.
I'm scared, okay?
I'll do it, you pussy ass bitches. Let's go. 19.
19. Yeah, so Sarpana, you all hear, I'm detecting some kind of alien force
I
currently
don't know
taking
why,
over
but
a
when
lot
you
of my
said
systems.
Saparna, all I could imagine was that gif of the cat smacking the other cat down into the box, like, no, 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 no.
I'm going to isolate it. Oh, perfect.
We're gonna have a
Put it
And,
in the blender. Put it in the blender.
She isolates it
Put it in the
into.
cookie.
She isolates it into a little like sound system that you have in the cafeteria, and now you hear now on Radio Ernest. Joining me today is my host Ernest, and my guest today is Ernest. Hi, Ernest. How are you? I'm good, Ernest. I hope you're having a lovely day. Oh, thank you so much. I am having a lovely day. Sel, isn't it a lovely
might be
day here on
upsetting,
Insert
but-
Space Station name here? Yeah, gee willikers, if only I could access that fucking terminal, that'd be great, wouldn't it? Well,
Cyroscope walks over to the terminal and just turns it down a wee bit.
doesn't work.
Oh no!
It gets
It actually gets louder if you turn it down. And then you try to turn the other way, it gets louder again. It's like, wow, this is great fun.
Maybe we can just throw a blanket over it or something.
Can I try and unplug that?
Yeah, you go to unplug it. The AI core is powering it independently from the ship. Tapana just isolated it from herself, so she stopped getting access to
Can
her ship
I-
controls.
Can I get
I
like a
try
couple
and-
tea towels from the kitchen and just drape it over to muffle the sound?
Yeah, you can do so.
I just go, Cyrus, can I borrow your toolkit for a second? And possibly yours.
Hang on. If you destroy it, it might let it out again.
I'm not
Yeah,
going
we
to destroy
can't
it. I'm just
do
going to take the speakers off it.
I don't even know if that would work. This thing is. It's
worth a shot.
Sure,
It's
got no
fine,
power going
just
into it.
some-
And now,
Still
the
working.
nation's favorite, Never Gonna Give You Up by Rick Astley at 15 times speed. You know the rules, and no.
It's quarters.
That's literally what's blaring.
Atlas, I actually can't hear you.
Grab me the duvet from the captain's quarters.
Does
Does anyone have silence? I don't have silence. Atlas, do you have silence?
Okay, that's a little bit at least. No, silence is not a thing we do. But at least it's muffled now.
I shouldn't release another one of these.
Can you let go
I
yet?
think you released the worst one. Well, maybe not.
I'll
Nemesis.
attempt to release.
Barros's pinky finger
Attempt
comes
to let
free.
Go first.
Barros's pinky finger comes free, just let go of the briefcase. But are you releasing another one?
A better one this time.
Survivor or the other?
Off the station. If we're doing this on the ship, can we get off the station?
No,
In
because the
case
whole
we-
point is that we give the briefcase back after.
Oh,
Unless
for
we
God's
go
sake.
Oh, It's fine, just bring the
Um,
kitchen appliances over. We can let him possess one each.
Yeah, Barros, you do now you've done it once. Because you had nothing to directly unload it into, you basically just let it go free. And then it randomly chose something nearby to take over. Unfortunately, your ship is all connected because that's how your ships are calibrated. So if it could get in any appliance, it can get in all of them.
Wait a
Unless Serpana isolates them. But you can do in advance.
So we could ask Sapina like in advance.
Now she
like,
knows
slightly
what you're
different
doing.
things.
She can like be like, yeah,
So-
I'll isolate the blender. I'll
Can
isolate-
I take like a light, a little teensy handheld light of the like you get for working on cars at the engineering bay, line 4 of them up, and just go.
I will
that
say,
thing.
Barros, you don't necessarily know if you can get the cores out of whatever you release them into after they've been released in this current continuum.
Barros, you said each of the cores had like an identity, right? They told you what they were.
Mhm.
I wonder if the AIs, the useful ones, not Trickster, could be
Useful.
used to power the ship. Yeah, like Savior. You said one of the, I think it was Savior. What if we
Protector.
put Savior on shields?
Protector on
No,
shields,
protect.
surely.
There's no
There is no Protector, it's
I thought there
Collector.
was a
I'm a surge.
collector.
There's Survivor or Savior. Those are the two that you're thinking of.
Survivor might be shields.
Why don't you ask them where they would like to be?
Sure.
They all say in
I'll ask
unison,
them.
not the briefcase. All in unison.
That's fair.
Free us!
What are they best at?
so I may destroy my enemies who have wronged me in the past.
Yeah,
Okay,
not
so that
one.
one maybe just gets to go in
Cannons.
like a toaster or something.
The engine,
What
the
about,
spade.
can I put it in my sword? I mean, it probably lacks a sword, right?
A weapon would be most effective for me. The ship's
Okay, I'm
turrets
gonna-
would be fine.
I mean,
Does it have do they have to be like mechanical, or can they just be plain
also,
steel?
if it gets the ship's turrets,
The AI have to
who
go
is
into
its
a
enemy, because if
technology.
its enemy turns out to be like everyone on the space station, we're gonna get arrested.
So no
Who is your
destruction
enemy?
AIs.
My enemy.
Who is their enemy though?
Currently, this containment vessel is my biggest enemy.
You can't shoot it though because
Let's-
it's on our ship.
Okay, let's not put Nemesis in the guns. That's a bad idea. But I don't know.
Roger just holds up a light and just like light.
Yeah, but then it's kind of a waste of a, you know.
Oh, yeah,
They
nothing
could
saying we
go in
can't
their
move him out
guns.
again.
If we put it in a light bulb, it's gonna be pissed at us.
Yeah, that's true.
I think guns, and then I'll make them happy.
Can we tell him to shoot only what we want him to shoot?
You don't know?
You can tell.
Right now, the radio is
I'm
just
asking-
blasting what it
I'm
wants.
I'm asking Barros.
Barros doesn't know.
Can we tell?
You don't know, you can ask Barros.
Well, I'll ask.
Can we try with one of the good ones first?
Anybody
and
got
then-
a
If-
gun that you
if-
could
if-
put them in?
I mean, I did have, but I had to give it back.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't want to fight the entire smuggling ring.
I mean,
Anybody else
want to
got a
have
gun?
to. I don't want to have to fight our ship.
Well, who seems the nicest out of there? Maybe we let them out next.
Probably Savior. We can put Savior in the shields. I mean, that's pretty.
well,
Sure.
find out where they want it first. See what they want to do first.
They want out the
You
briefcase.
never know.
If you ask what do you
Yeah.
want, they always say we want to leave the case. But they don't say if you're like, would you like to go in this? Like, I want to leave the case. There's no, it's anything else. It's like yes.
I'm
Yes,
gonna tell them to Savior needs to go. Will be put into the shields.
Okay. So Savior, you take Savior to the shield generator. You, as an action, you remove Savior's AI core. Do all of you come with?
Yes.
Yes.
Savior
I
is.
just realized the ship is becoming a true chimera.
Yeah.
Oh, is it Savior or Survivor that we want in the shield? Sorry,
Up to you.
Survivor, right?
Savior is. I mean, I'm not gonna make that call for you.
I've read.
Ooh, Survivor might be better in life support systems because it's
Which
about
we don't
sustaining
have.
life.
Really.
I mean,
No, but we
Barros,
have,
you
like,
have
our
information
flowchart.
about them that the rest of the crew don't. Maybe you want to share what they all do.
Okay, so Savior, you make death saving throws. Advantage if an ally is 5 foot of you. Takes damage. You take half of that damage.
So to be clear, every AI core has a benefit and a detriment. So Savior's benefit is all death saving throws you make are at advantage.
What's the
But
trickster's
the detriment,
benefit?
the detriment is if an ally within 5 foot of you takes damage, you take half of that damage. You can't choose not to. You just automatically take the damage for them. So you're basically absorbing
Is that
damage.
while on the ship, effectively?
Hmm?
Would that be while on the ship? or just
No.
generally?
This is how the item works as it currently is. You don't know what happens when you put it in something else because it changes what they do. Right now, Trickster before offered proficiency in deception, but when you're being truthful, you have an air of distrust about you, and all persuasion checks are made at disadvantage. So he gave you advantage in
Trickster
deception, but like so now Trickster is like running a radio station. Like
Now Trickster's running a
could
radio station.
theoretically power stealth tech.
yeah, potentially.
Theoretically.
Yeah. There was maybe ways you could use it, or you could have been like, we could put like him on the communication system, and when someone flags us, we just fucking have him lie to them. Like things like that could have worked. Trickster right now is a jukebox. You don't know if you can get him out of that or not.
Well,
Okay. I think we put Savior in the shields, Survivor in
Life support.
life support. The Collector may be a little bit difficult. We'll put it in the cargo bay.
yeah.
What does it do?
If we had any
Extra
scanning
storage
tech.
or something.
Your carrying capacity is doubled. You gain a floor.
Tower gets a bedroom.
So collector, what collector does is it gives you it doubles your carrying capacity, and collector also gives a flaw. I wish to own at least one of everything, which is why Barros was taking one of everything because the collector was influencing him.
I imagine that would be really weird if we plug in Collector to like the hangar bay and suddenly the Chimera just gets an extension and everyone's going, what the fuck's going on with that ship?
Yoink, yoink,
It
yoink.
gets an extension and suddenly is eyeing up every shuttle. A singular, one
If
single
only we
version
had
of
a
every-
tractor beam, Collector would be like, mine!
Like, can you stop
Just a little
stealing?
claw
Sorry,
come
that's
from
my
the top of the
ship.
ship.
So yeah, so you tell me if you like. You don't have to release them all at once, but I'll tell you right now.
Funnier.
Barros can. So there are ways for Barros to remove this case without removing all the AIs. But if Barros does release all the AIs, he will be able to remove the case because he will no longer be attuned to.
I feel like
Save your
removing the AIs
shields.
is the method we have chosen.
So, Trickster, Jukebox.
Also-
Save your shields.
So the
To be
Savior
fair-
AI is a light blue color when you release it.
To
Are you
be
putting
fair,
Savior in the shields?
I only agreed that we would return the case. I said nothing about the AIs within it.
I think shields, yeah.
They
Yeah.
might, if we return the case, they might realize that, you know,
We can just leave the case.
there's no
I don't.
voices.
And I will say, every time you do this, Serpana has to relinquish that area.
Can Saparna keep them in check is the question.
So, if
No.
you're like, we want to put this AI in the shields, Serpana basically isolates the shields from her control, and you upload the AI. So she no longer has control of it. Once you give it to them, it's theirs until you find a way to remove them.
Okay.
They are
so
very
we can't
much
go like
GLaDOS's. If you think they are literally GLaDOS's personality dampeners, you're taking
no.
you're taking power away from Serpana, but you're giving me more specialized things.
We're making Saparna stupid.
Not necessarily.
No,
But
Maybe
Serpana now
freeing her
cannot
up to do other
control.
stuff.
So Serpana cannot control the jukebox anymore. Otherwise, Serpana could just mute it. You know, like that before. Serpana could change the levels, whatever, like no problem. But now she can't. do
Saparna
that.
can't. She can't override.
Are we sure
their
we don't want to
authority.
just put them in like harmless things until we know we can move them around? I don't want to accidentally permanently put them in something important.
Yeah, but
I mean,
we
you
wanna
have
put them
something in something
like
at the
a
minute.
Microwave. We don't want to put them in a microwave and then figure out we can't get them out of the microwave, and then Nemesis tries to microwave us all.
I don't think you would fit in a microwave.
I'm not Nemesis. I know I said that it seemed like they
Also-
shared personalities, but I'm not Nemesis. Or am I?
Also,
Well,
Atlas
as in,
noticed that
if
he picked
Nemesis
the
tried
one
to
thing that
microwave
couldn't
you, I
injure
think that
him.
they would run into a problem very fast of microwaves are small and you are big.
I think they just put you into a fridge, to be honest.
Yeah, just
First of all, that's not funny considering what just happened. Second of all, if he figured out a way to pry himself open and jam himself open, the microwave can't be on when open. It just sends the
He
microwave
just
out.
walks over to the freezer and slams the freezer door shut.
Yep.
I mean, at the end of the day, like, these are specialized AI. They're going to give us kind of a benefit. They're built for
for it then.
purpose.
I feel like I can't really
Let's be
be.
honest. We don't really think anything through, first of all.
I feel
so-
like I can't be the one
Embarrassed.
giving us risk assessments when, you know, I brought Tao all along, so.
Yeah.
So shield survival.
But I'm disappointed in you,
Savior.
Volker. You're meant to be the one who
What?
is reasonable.
Save your shields.
Oh,
Okay, you release Savior
giving
into
up
the
with that
shields.
after that thing.
Yep.
Just
Okay.
try one at a time.
Yep, the shield system flutters a little bit. So... Having Savior in your shields... Come here, stats.
Means that we have no shields, so.
We currently don't, actually. I don't think they replenished.
No, they should have. We've not been in a.
You've not been in a fight.
No.
So again,
Max
there
is
is
10, isn't it?
gives a positive and a negative. So... Having Savior in the shields allows you to, as an action once a day, you can replenish all shields.
Nice.
Pretty
You can
good.
just instantly bring all your shields back online. If they crash, Savior will bring them all back. The detriment is, if an ally ship is within your flight range, Savior will reallocate the shields to protect them if necessary. So if Diaz is out in her single fighter and something happens to Diaz, your shields may all be lost.
I mean, it could be worse.
I would say it was a good thing we've only got one allied ship, technically, because we're not allies with anyone.
Technically speaking, that's not true. We've also got the little drop ship.
It could be seen as a positive thing.
I mean, yeah, it might save days.
But in regards to the Chimera as a whole, it is not a positive thing because it loses all of its shields. If it does that, effectively what it'll do is it will like probably negate the damage or like reduce the damage, but then as a result you will lose all shields.
It depends on the course of events, because if Diaz is about to get wiped out and then we lose all our shields, and then he's like, "Hey, we lost all our shields. I'm gonna reboot them."
Yeah.
Great.
But the thing is, it will keep sending the shields away, but it can only replenish them once.
I'm trying to think of the positives here.
I know.
guys.
I'm just pointing out that that's the whole game of the AIs. They are they're not perfect. They're rogue AIs. They're not, you know.
They're like in beta phase.
Yeah, literally.
Haven't worked out the kinks yet.
I like how we're going to give these four AIs really good jobs, and this one's just stuck with a jukebox.
Yep. Well, you don't know how to get them out?
Well, I'm sure we can work it out eventually and stick it in. I mean, he's a trickster. Maybe he's best in the jukebox. Like, yeah, these are all our AIs that control our ship, and this is our jukebox. He just runs a radio show. He's having a great time.
He only plays "Never Are Gonna Give You Up" by Rick. It's the only song he plays.
Oh god.
He doesn't play anything else.
15.
No,
15 times.
So sometimes he has to play "What's New Pussycat" on repeat over and over and over again, and then It's Not Unusual.
Yeah, also that.
Right, what's next? Which one are we doing next?
Survivor into life support.
I was going into your life support.
That feels dangerous.
Okay.
But not for me. I have an air source attached to my back.
It's a toss-up between whether it's going to be good or bad.
Please tell me we're not putting Nemesis anywhere.
It has a benefit and it has a negative, so.
What if we put Nemesis into the fighter jet? No, because then he could fly inside the ship.
Yeah.
Okay. So Survivor, in the life support, any check to raise crew morale is at advantage.
But if they mutiny, they also have advantage.
The negative is if the crew quality score ever drops below 0, there is a chance the life support system will simply shut off to control the risk of a mutiny. To survive.
Oh no, there might be a mutiny. Better
Because
tell everyone.
Survivor wants to survive. That's Survivor's bag.
I just put 0 morale equals purge. Purge all ship.
I just went from, haha, I have a life support
Terminator.
system on my back to, oh no, I'm the only one with a life support system.
Atlas is
And
just
even
in
still,
there,
Atlas-
like, with all these
Atlas,
dead
your thing
bodies
is like
from
an air
forever.
purifier. It doesn't generate
yeah.
oxygen. It just purifies air. It's like wearing a fucking gas mask in space. That doesn't do shit.
If I had the
Unless
star
you
mark
can-
on, I'd be
Yes, the
okay.
star mark is, yes.
Atlas just
Can you imagine?
in the cockpit, huddled up to Saparna, all these dead bodies just floating around her. There's Cyrus.
Atlas is Nebula.
Could you?
The way you
Could you
said
imagine
there's Cyrus
the
just
person
sounded
who
like the fuck
starts
sound like.
mutiny is Atlas, though.
There's Melanie. Aw, she was really nice.
Can you?
What about
can you
Collector
imagine
and
Atlas
Nemesis?
being the one that? Atlas is the one that starts the mutiny, and that this AI is getting frustrated that it's the only one that they can't get rid of.
Atlas
rid
is
of
actually
all
the
the
next
people
big
that-
bad then, apparently. Like, holy shit. Dark.
Nemesis can probably go in the turrets.
You put Nemesis in the weapons?
Oh,
Just let him shoot some shit.
okay.
I mean, he's probably gonna like boost damage, but also not stop firing even when we're out of ammo or something. Or he burns through ammo quicker.
Well, shoots allies.
Oh, we can't
that's
tell
fine.
him
No,
what to
because then
shoot.
we'll shoot them and we'll give them our shields, and then we'll shoot them again and we'll lose our shields.
I'll just
Okay, so
That's one of the
Nemesis
vicious
in the
weapons.
weapons gives a +1 to all attack and damage rolls to any target that has already damaged the Chimera, the ship. The negative, however, is it's the exact same as we see normal. It is a -1 to attack and damage rolls to any target that is not yet hurt the Chimera.
So we get a nerf if we decide to attack someone.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
if they hit you first, you have an upper hand because he is like he's like that's my them. Yeah, I'm gonna fuck them up. But if you attack them,
He's like, who the fuck
he's
is
like
this?
they've not heard of shit. They're not a threat. You know, like what are we doing? Like Nemesis is like, you know, pick something. I'm gonna say no, it's fine. I'll keep it simple. I was gonna say because Nemesis would make more sense if you just pick a single target and focus fire them down. That could be fun. No, that won't do it.
Maybe let us get
Plus-
to grips with the shit first.
+1 after enemy damage, -1 before enemy damage.
Yep.
It's a pretty straightforward one, that one.
Yeah, pretty simple.
I was expecting him to say I prioritize the closest target, irrespective of whether it's friendly or foe, and I was like,
Nemesis picks like a Nemesis then. Well, I think that's the thing. Like, at the minute, the damage one is probably enough for now. Maybe it will change over time as you guys level up your ship.
Lock-on ability.
And Collector.
Do we have kind of a ship manifest?
All of your
so.
cargo bay would have manifest because each container has a manifest. Yeah.
Would there be a way for AI to integrate into that, or is it just kind of?
Yeah, I'd say so. You could probably link it to like the main terminal, like which we see like it's kind of like a stock terminal.
Yeah, let him be a
let's,
stock
let's-
taker.
suddenly the ship doubles in size.
Collector stock terminal.
That's probably where I go along to check stuff whenever I've been checking them.
Okay. So Collector, whenever you have them at the stock terminal, they're able to so efficiently store everything. You gain 25% storage capacity on the ship.
Do they just come up with like a little Tetris thing for you to do?
Yeah, basically. So you gain 25% storage capacity. The detriment, however, is the Chimera is now magnified on the outside. So you just pull stuff towards yourself.
We gain what?
So you've 25% storage capacity increase. So the Chimera now, instead of being able to carry
But we're a little bit
1 ton,
mad.
you can now carry 1 1/4 tons. But now the ship is magnetic, so you will pick up I'm gonna say tiny or tiny objects. You will
Oh,
magnetize.
We should start collecting novelty fridge magnets on the outside of the Chimera.
And then give them to the Chimera.
We could.
Here,
Gold pieces
your new
work?
hoard. Fridge
Gold
magnets.
pieces are not magnetic.
We
Gold is not
Oh,
magnetic.
we
It has to be magnetic. So it magnetized your hull basically, like but very minorly, not enough to like pull ships towards you.
We could
So
buy a
we-
fridge
I like
magnet
this.
at every
Have a check,
station
Debbie.
we stop
Yeah.
at.
We turn over, we're like, and now we leave. We can't leave. Why? The station is metal. Fuck.
You must
coming
bring it
with
with us.
No, we buy a fridge magnet at every single station we stop at from this point onwards.
Yeah, and as soon as the last AI is released, the case can be dropped, Barros. You lose attunement to it if you so wish, just as part of a short rest.
Yep.
And you can at any time reattune to it, and you can potentially, try to pick them back up again. It is much harder to get them back in the case than it was to let them out of the case.
Well, we're giving the case back, right?
Are we giving the case back, or should we keep it?
We'll just
Okay.
leave the case at the dock
Yeah.
and then fly off.
Sure.
I assume we're being watched by someone.
So you just dump the case at the entrance.
Is there like a bush or tree or something we can
Tuck it behind a bin.
Not really. It's a stay station.
What about like a bin
it-
or something?
It's probably a bin, yeah? You want to put it in the bin?
Not in the
Slide
bin,
it-
like
slide it
next
behind
to
the
the
bin.
bin.
Sure, you stash it next to a bin. You find like a little recycling plant, and you stash it next to a little recycling station. You get aboard your ship, close up, and you fuck off.
Yeah, we fuck off.
Yeah,
Okay.
like a dead drop.
This action will have consequences.
Okay. You guys leave.
Someone disapproves.
Oh.
What the hell could Trickster do? I really don't know.
Run a great radio station.
Cloaking is the only thing I can think of. Not a great radio station. He's got Rick Roll and Jackson 5.
Look-
Jackson 5.
Look,
The advantage is that you gain proficiency in deception when you're but however, when you're being truthful, you have an air of distrust. All persuasion checks are made with
I
disadvantage.
feel like that's just Atlas's normal day-to-day life, to be honest. Atlas tells the truth and you're all just there like,
Don't.
Atlas lies and nobody questions it.
yeah,
Well, while you-
that is just Atlas' current state.
While you ponder, Trickster, we'll be right back. And we're back. Yes, you guys, you travel away from the station a little bit. You've already done your checks for the day, so nothing really to worry about in that front.
Followed.
Not immediately. What are you doing? You are currently in the Zenith Ascendancy system, which has this big, like, Zenith Primes, this big sprawling metropolis world. If you remember, kind of like Coruscant from Star Wars. The big Galactic Trade Nexus you've just left. The Interstellar Transit Hub is also in orbit. Up here as well, and there are, you know, a variety of smaller areas as well. There's also a few Guardian Sentinels as well, which are floating around. See them popping up on your radar every now and again. But yeah, you guys gonna try to hide it? Like, are you gonna just sit in deep space? Like, what do you plan on doing?
How about we just hide
we
out
just,
and get the fuck out of here?
Yeah, hide up. I'll do some reading and some exploratory stuff on those, whatever they are that Barros gave me.
Yeah, if we're just chilling, Cyrus will also read his engineering for dummies.
I want to study my, what I assume is a cybernetic eye, but maybe will turn out to be a cybernetic, like, testicle or something.
Okay. So if you would like, I would need someone to basically make a piloting check to try to stealth your ship somehow.
I can do that now. My hands are free.
Sure. Do you have any way in particular, Barrows, to, like, you know, cloak the ship, or are you just gonna, like, dump her in the middle of nowhere, like, you know, are you gonna try to, like, you know, go somewhere, or what's the plan?
I might probably is there any, like, asteroid fields in this kind of area, or
Make me a luck roll, just do D20 roll. Higher is better.
well, 4.
Unfortunately, no asteroids, not nearby. At least you'd have to travel a couple hours, and at that point, you know, like, you're probably, you know, going to be burning fuel unnecessarily.
Those are some other places that we could visit, right?
Yep, there's the capital world, Zenith Prime, and there's also the Interstellar Transit Hub, which has these big, like, luxury ships, like these big, almost like, think like space cruise ships almost.
We'll go dock there for a little while.
Okay, yeah, you head towards the Interstellar Transit Hub. As you approach, do you, Barros, want to upload your Trading Guild permit to the Chimera's signature? Or do you want to keep it on for now on your holoshop?
We'll upload it to the ship.
Okay. You are hailed as you approach.
Pick it up.
Hello, civilian vessel. The Chimera. What is your business here at the Interstellar Transit Hub? Are you looking for travel, leisure, trade? I notice you have a trade permit.
We do. We're looking for some leisure.
Some leisure, of course. Well, completely up to yourself. You can either dock at the Traders Dock on Bay B, or you can go to the primary civilian dock on Bay A.
We'll do the Traders Dock.
Of course. I've allocated you docking Bay 11. Please make your way straight there. Should be a HUD on your ship now.
Sure. We'll go and park there.
Yep, you follow the like basically the like guide like that pops up on your ship's like heads up display, and yeah, you're able to guide it all the way into Bay 11. The trader port. This is probably the first time you dock at one of these. Obviously, except for maybe the transit hub, which is basically all, or the Nexus, sorry, which is kind of all trader ports. Surprisingly plush, quite nice. There are as soon as you get in. You notice there are a lot of other big trade ships, and your ship looks a little bit out of place because it's a bit small to be a trader ship. A lot of trader ships are like big, like cargo ships, you know, that kind of thing.
It's a starter ship, okay?
We got upgrades.
Upgrades, people, upgrades.
We got 5 rogue AIs plugged into it.
Yeah.
One man's the stereo, but anyway.
So like, and the like other ships you all see docked here, you see there are ships who do like, you know, like mass, like, you know, dehydrated cuisine. Like, you know, there are ships that do like, you know, artwork. You know, like, there are people who even like ships that even seem to be trading potentially like slaves. Maybe you're not sure. Like, you know, but there's lots of ships trading lots of different things.
It's like that's either a slave or a not very well paid servant.
But yeah, there's like a variety of like ships kind of all here, like all docked in the actual trade area, which are all doing little trades amongst themselves. Some of them not bothering other people around them. Maybe they got deliveries to make and things like that. There is also a ship vendor, a repair station as well, and you do notice that on the trade docks, you get trade prices. So there's discounts on a lot of things, like tax exemptions, things like that. They can use to give you the best deal possible. And yeah, there's also even like other trading ships are trading at a reduced rate with other trading ships. They're like oh yeah, you're part of this. Yeah, we'll sort each other out. Like very much like like, oh yeah, I know somebody, kind of like little like mutual kind of like beneficial kind of stuff. But yeah, you dock at that one.
I don't think we actually have anything worthwhile trading, but should we spend some
I have
credits?
my silver spoon.
Why don't you hold on to that to stir your coffee while having your biscuits?
But how much is it worth, I wonder?
It's branded.
I'll spend my time inspecting my spoon.
Sure. Make me a, let's call it history check.
Turns out it's like branded M for Moreau. They
like,
somehow stole it
Wait
from
a second,
Alice's
this is
family.
my family's crest.
18.
18. It's some kind of like older. It's definitely old. Like it'd be made. You think probably a lot ago. Well kept, well preserved. There's always been like can be restored over time. But there's no real like context to give it value. It's not like you're like, oh yeah, this was found on this planet and prove
Just
this.
like,
or
this
like,
is an
it's an old, nice silver spoon. So you're like the best you can get for it, unless there's some kind of context you can provide for it, which maybe you could. Would probably just be the raw silver cost, which you estimate is probably about 5 silver.
Maybe we can get it appraised.
I'm sure there's some rich stuff somewhere that could appraise this.
Well, if nothing
Maybe a
else, we should maybe have a
spoon
look at
collector.
trade prices.
I mean, we grabbed some cybernetics. They're probably worth a pretty penny.
Atlas,
do they
your
do?
cybernetic eye is a cybernetic eye.
Okay, not a testicle. Good to know.
It does require attunement. All cybernetic pieces require attunement because they become part of your body. The cybernetic eye you have in particular, it does have to replace an existing eye. However, whenever it is used, it gives advantage on all perception checks.
Would it fit in my eye? Because I got big old owl eyes.
It looks
it's
like
only the size of a golf ball.
size of a ping pong ball. It looks like whenever it is configured, it will grow to fit the size of whatever eye socket it is placed in.
Okay.
And it can be removed as well. It's just like it's a simple like you basically connect your holostrap to it and you can have access to it. But when you're attuned to it, no one else can remove it unless you lose
My
attunement.
eyesight is already kind of crappy.
Do I know what the ones that Veros gave me were?
Oh, did he give you them?
Yeah.
If you want to spend
Yeah.
a short rest doing it, yeah, you basically discovered these are cybernetic lungs.
I said if you see a pair of lungs, grab me them.
So these
Nice.
cybernetic lungs, they give you they are basically if they replace the lungs of the person they are put in, they have to be there's a surgery that needs to be done.
It is objectively hilarious that you rolled that one.
Yep. I had like a thing of the human body with 100 body parts labeled, and like that's just what you got.
I said if you see a pair of lungs in there, grab them for me.
Oh, Barros, you do care.
The benefit of the cybernetic lungs is basically if you are subjected to any inhaled toxins or poisons or anything similar, you have advantage on any constitution saving throws busy or to resist them, or any wisdom saving throws, things like that. Any saving throw to resist like an inhaled effect. And they also allow you to breathe, normally. Like, they enable you to breathe if your lungs are damaged for whatever reason.
I think I'll kind of show them to Cyrus at some point when we're on our own and just go, I'm not sure if I should give these to Atlas because I feel like she'd run to the nearest doctor and get them installed straight away. I know she's quite impulsive.
True, but also
I'm just being...
it might be a benefit if, she doesn't have to wear a mask.
Oh, I don't mean that.
The mask is very recognizable. Whereas
no, I
if
don't
she
mean
takes off the mask,
not give it to her full stop. I just mean maybe not give it to her straight away, or just tell her that we've got them.
yeah, if you want to hold on to them, or
I don't mind.
I love the idea of you being like, Atlas can be a little impulsive. Atlas from across the room. Guys, should I gouge my eye out to put this eye in?
no. Why don't you put them in a safe place that only you know where they are, and then we'll tell her. We'll see how she reacts, and then we can take it from there.
Yeah. Okay, I'll go hide them.
Also, who's taking the quantum entanglement communicators?
I currently have both of them. I was planning on just giving them as we split up.
Okay. Just make sure someone always needs to have them recorded. If you do not have them recorded and you delete one from your inventory, they're gone. And if you have both, you cannot communicate with someone unless they're in their inventory. I'm going to be really strict on that.
Okay.
If you lose it on the sheet, you lose it in the game.
Exactly. It gets misplaced, it gets dropped, it gets knocked out of your combat, something like that, yeah. They're very strong items, but like, you know, you don't have 5 yet. Maybe you will get 5 eventually.
That's why as soon as I got the Vorpal Sword, it was like, Vorpal Sword, Vorpal Sword, Vorpal Sword,
I have
Vorpal Sword.
Quantum Entanglement Communicator, and I've put that there's 2 of them.
So right now they're useless, because Atlas both.
Should we give one to somebody else in case we get split up again?
Sure. Who's most notorious for getting split off? Yeah, that's what I thought. She'll hand one to Barros.
Barros, then you have a quantum entanglement communicator.
Are they an item or?
I don't think they're on just yet, but I'll put one on. But basically, I'll put it on there for them. Just for make a note, you have one, just in your items. Alrighty. Our Cyrus and Volgi are going to go speak to Atlas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably should do that.
Probably get the others to come along, mainly because I feel like if there's even a hint of lung, she may.
Atlas just sat with her cybernetic eye like.
First of all, if you're going to remove your eye, I think someone else should probably do it, because, you know, it's like...
I wasn't gonna do it, I was just thinking about it.
Or just borrow Barros's teaspoon.
Also do it with Astra present, because, you know...
I wasn't gonna do it.
Healing. I'm just saying, if you're thinking about it,
I mean,
Maybe
think about it first.
There are cybernetic surgeons. Like, it's a big cybernetics a thing because there's cybernetic surgeons.
Yeah, how do you think I'm still alive? Bioengineer.
Okay. Well, speaking of...
Those things that you picked up, Barros, that
They
you gave
weren't
me.
mittens.
Oh,
No.
that's a shame. I really wanted some new mittens.
Oh, well.
Maybe next time.
They're lungs.
Gross.
They're cybernetic lungs, which can, like, what would you say, filter out toxins and shit.
Yeah.
So maybe they would be useful to you, Atlas.
Oh, no thanks.
But I thought, you know, because the mask, you might want some, I don't know, upgraded lungs.
Yeah, so there's a thing with druids. It's less common nowadays because technology, so, you know, not
Okay.
having a hollow strap is basically disabling yourself. But druids aren't supposed to use metal.
You carry a scimitar.
Yeah, like I said, not many druids do it
You were
nowadays.
just talking about replacing your eye.
Yeah, but I wasn't gonna do it. I'm just messing around. I have enough metal in me right now. I don't need a pair of fake lungs that can break down.
They are, notably, they're not metal. They are,
I've not seen them though.
they are like, the same thing wet's made of. Basically, they're like
Would
rubber.
I know this?
I mean, you would know that they're not metal, yeah. They probably have, like, make a metal where, like, the hollow shop connects. Like, they have to have, like, some kind of electronics on them, but, like, you know, the majority of them, they're like a rubber, basically.
What would you say if they weren't?
Maybe. I mean, get my parents, take them back to school, and maybe show them to my doctor. If nothing else, he'd probably pay a pretty penny for them if I don't want them.
That was remarkably well thought through.
Yeah, it's really.
I'm
level.
surprised. Who are you and what have you done with Atlas?
I'm not keen on
Matthew.
medical procedures.
She likes pets. She doesn't like random organs.
I mean, if you do get them done, can I have the metal eye? Because that's cool. Plus, I want to freak someone out with it.
I
Look,
think
the
I
first
should hold
one
on
of
to all
us-
the metal organs.
The first one of us to lose an eye gets the fun eye, okay? So.
That's
No, you
fair.
can't do it on
I guess
purpose.
that I-
You can't do it on purpose. It's got to be a chance. It's got to be a chance situation, okay? First one to lose an eye gets the fun eye.
From now on, the next
if you do
person
on
who gets
purpose,
knocked,
I am not healing you.
if you get a crit against you, you get knocked unconscious. You're gonna roll to 100. You get a 1 or a 2, you lose an eye. You've all set this up.
Let's just put them in the med bay for now, and then if something drastic
This is mine.
happens-
I stole it. It's mine. She drops it into the
I've
haversack.
also placed the lungs somewhere for safekeeping.
Okay. Install it yourselves then.
I kind of wanted to show Cyrus to the doctor anyway.
He
On Squall.
Yeah.
Why?
this thing where Mary wants to say something, but Astra wouldn't.
He has a thing for genetic oddities. I think he'd find you interesting with the one horn.
Thank you.
Very muffled underneath the duvet, you hear, "Doctor, doctor, give me the news. I got a bad case of loving you."
Cyrus is thinking about the last doctor he saw, and he's a little.
Well, that man's dead
Mary
now.
was thinking, but Astra wouldn't say that.
A bit of clenching going on.
Fine. If I can't sell the spoon, then I mean, I can always sell these at the marketplace and just pull out two pipe bombs.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm intrigued in buying some stuff, even if I just buy it myself.
Is there any like official marking on the pipe bomb?
It's a pipe bomb, Harry.
They're not the same pipe
Amalgamate
bombs.
pipe bomb. Amalgamate breach.
There
Well,
there
like,
wouldn't be
breach
like they wouldn't be branded, but they probably would have like they would have like a load of like, you know, how many pounds of force, like that kind of thing, like and they're probably like 4 kilograms each. They're heavy.
Yes.
Like,
As long as they're not like traceable to where they
I mean,
came from.
they are clearly
The
military.
bullets,
It's like if you fucking search like U.S. military explosive charge.
The
Yeah, that's a
FBI puts
serial
you on a
drug.
watch.
Quick on watch list. But they're not too dissimilar to like that. Like, you know, like they are clearly military in design.
But I'm going to go see if I can swindle these. If not, then I'm going to use them at some point.
I'm gonna go see if I can buy something if anyone wants to.
I do think we should pick up on some kind of stock, whether it's food for ourselves and Tewa, or even just to bluff the fact that we're traders if they
We've got
invest.
we've got plenty of food.
Okay,
Yeah, we
but
got
if they
plenty of
come and
food
say,
available.
"Oh, we're a trading vessel," if we don't have a lot of tradable items, it raises questions.
Yes. Well, I'm happy to go buy some.
I wanted to see if I could find any clothes to get my parents into once we save them. They'll probably be in prison garb. We could always see if there's any kind of shipments of clothing we can pick up.
Yeah, and with this pass, we'll probably get a decent rate.
Should we just have a wander around then and stop at shops that make sense?
Yeah, well, it's gonna be another 3 hours or so before the engines are ready, so.
And I will like Barros to make me a piloting check, please, with the crew score of a +6. D20 +6, please. To see how well you can blend in. Just in case anyone's looking for you in this section. 13. Good. Alright, you guys go off for a little shopping trip. Yeah, what are you kind of looking for? For Alice's parents, he said?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, because it's like a big luxury, like, line or something like that, there's like, you know, big tailors, like, you know, big tailor ships, like, with like lots of big fancy garments, like Elvin and Nick, you know, like big designer brands, things like that. That are all here. And kind of like the train station, there's no shops. You know, these are all people trading off the back of their own ship, like car boot sale kind of style. But you imagine they're probably here making deliveries. I'm probably waiting there for the tries recharge.
I know they're probably used to finer clothing, but let's try and be reasonable with how much we spend.
My mother will hate that, but sure.
Should we?
Anything's better than prison garb.
Nice but affordable.
I will say, you are currently on what is basically a luxury cruise liner, like, exclusive dock.
I know!
So it's all quite pricey.
Maybe we should go for
There is one place, actually, there is probably a ship who sells uniforms. They're a little bit cheaper.
Maybe on the lookout for maybe something that's selling weaponry or kind of something along that lines.
There is probably a place that would sell, like, you know, variety. Are you thinking like weaponry for yourself, or are you thinking like your ship, or?
Well, I was thinking of getting ship upgrades, or looking for ship upgrades.
Probably
anyway.
weapons for myself, just because they'll be dealing in like personal weapons. So probably explosives. Probably they're more likely to buy explosives.
Yeah, so basically you want to sell. You want to sell the explosives you have potentially.
Yeah.
Okay. You find somewhere who, like, you know, basically does specialization in, like, you know, like arcane turrets and like ship defenses and like things like that. Like probably with the biggest kind of seller here, and they also offer you, like, you know, a small selection, like, you know, like plasma pistols, like things of that nature, like more, you know, self-protection kind of stuff. You basically offer up these 2 explosive charges. Make me a persuasion check with disadvantage.
That's fine.
Try to sell these, because you've literally just walked in. It's like walking into a gun store. It's like walking in the Walmart and being like, "Hey, do you guys buy hand grenades? I've just got some hand grenades if you want to buy them." The hard sell.
Persuasion is 12.
Yeah, disadvantage 12.
Disadvantage.
12. The guy who, like, the if you rolled high, it was me a gift running the shop, but it's not. He'd be like, "Oh yes, of course." No, you like end up doing a trade like a dwarven kind of merchant, and he's like, "Look, no harm to you, boy, but I can't really know where exactly sure those come from. You know what I'm saying?"
They're on traceable. If that helps.
Sure.
I don't think anything is necessarily. It's more about what I can do with them. I don't really have a use for them, because, you know, I don't really sell that kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like, I might know some people in some stations, but I'm gonna carry them with me, get scanned with them on my ship, all that kind of jazz. You know what I mean? Look,
That's.
I can take them off you, but like, I can't give you that good a price for them. Like, I'll be honest.
Would you do a trade?
Depends. I'd say, all told, I could probably give you for the 2 5,000 chits, and that's me being generous. I just don't think I can shift them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fine. I'll look elsewhere.
Yeah, but someone will pay a lot more for them. Someone got more to use. Someone who intends to use that kind of thing will pay more than me, because no offense, I'm not going around breaking in the fucking, you know, cruise liner vaults or things like that. You know what I'm saying?
I understand. I appreciate it. How much for plasma rifle?
Barros wants that fucking gun.
I don't even know how to use it. I just want one for just in case.
You just heard the words plasma rifle and were like, "Gimme, gimme, gimme."
Pretty much.
Collector.
Where the fuck is alien shit?
Barros is walking to the ship, and the gun just gets sucked to the hole, and he's like, "Damn it!"
Search alien technology.
Gonna have to start having everything we want to keep on us just be made of like plastic.
So for a plasma, a laser rifle, they're pretty spenny, Barros.
Yeah, it's better as much.
Like they're very, very expensive. Like they're
Alright.
like for he's like he probably walks you through his like kit, and like this is kind of a generic like weapon merchant kind of sell these kind of things. There is a laser pistol, there's a laser rifle, and there's an antimatter rifle. The laser pistol has a cell which is good for 50 shots, and then it needs reloaded. Weighs about 2 pounds, and damage-wise it does 3d6 radiant damage, and it's a dexterity roll plus proficiency bonus if you're proficient with firearms. Technically counted as a martial range weapon. The pistol alone, just comparing it to other stuff. Yeah, like you're talking like crazy shit. It is like insanely high prices. It is like I don't think you have the money at the moment. You're talking like I don't have like a hard figure here, but he'd be looking at least like 70,000 like for a pistol, and then the charge pack is probably like another 1,000 shits.
I mean, we might have that between all of us, but that would be all of our money spent. Yeah. I'm gonna say this now. I'm assuming I can't afford ship upgrades.
Depends ship upgrade. I mean, like, again, you're probably looking like pooling your stuff. There will come a point in this campaign where you guys have shits to burn. You're still early days,
It's just like shopping, okay?
I know you do, but I'm just saying there is other things like that aren't like laser pistols. There are like more traditional firearms, like like older flintlocks and things like that are more affordable. Like you probably find at a collector stand, Barros, a flintlock pistol for like 250 gold. Like so, if you have untraceable, it's like I could do 250 for this. And it's like a beautiful dueling pistol, big blunderbuss, like, but it's nowhere near the like the laser, the fucking plasma ones are like like they're like the fucking Star Trek, like Fallout New Vegas, like laser weapons. Like they are like the proper top of the line shit. But you can buy the old stuff. Like you probably find a musket for like 500 gold as well. Similar kind of vendor. And he sells these like little like ball bearings and like gunpowder as well to put them.
I don't think I have that much because that's what 50,000.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like that's the price for like the old shit. You know what I mean? To give you an idea, the pistol does 1d10 piercing damage and it's a loading weapon, and it's 250 gold. The laser pistol could be like upwards of 100,000. You know what I mean? It's gonna be like. They're late game weapons, the laser stuff.
Yeah.
I'm literally just pooling all of my money constantly so I can get Tawa a fucking hat to disguise him as a dog.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'll spend the rest of my time just seeing if there's any kind of shady looking kind of sellers here. But kind of being kind of proactive with it, just staying with the group and kind of just keeping my eye out.
I'm gonna throw it out there. Like... In the official trade area, I don't think you're gonna find them. People who go to the effort of getting a trade license and all that kind of shit, I don't think they I don't think they like do that kind of vibe.
It feels like in a game when you like pick up a really rare piece of item, it's like, this is level 37 to use, and you're level 12, and you're going, this would be amazing, but I can't use it yet.
You keep trying to equip it. It's like, you are not high enough level. It's like, why am I carrying this?
Yeah,
Just permanently
I'll
injured.
keep them on me then, and
Could I
just
see
kind of
if I
wait.
could find us a good trade deal with some high-end wines using my feature supply chain?
Sure.
From your time as a merchant, you retain connections with wholesalers, suppliers, and other merchants and entrepreneurs. You can call upon these connections if looking for items or information.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. What are you trying to specifically look for?
I am going to try and get hold of some wines that will be a decent price for us that can be upsold significantly either on our route
Okay.
to parents or on way back.
I'll let you make me a persuasion check at advantage to try to ask around. Because that's kind of specific.
Flash my little family ring. Don't flash it too much actually, because everyone might be being watched.
Your family is wanted by Amalgamate Space.
That was a 6 and a 9, and I got very confused. That's a 10.
Okay. A 10. You're able to find someone.
Just like, how's your dad? It's like, oh, he is arrested from the Amalgamate as a terrorist, so...
Yeah, you find a guy who's like a wine and spirit vendor. You know, primarily for, like resupplying, like, you know, these like big luxury cruise liners, bars, and then for like their import. And he has some Moreau wine which he can't shift. It's like come back from another vessel. That, like, you know, they have been trying to sell for the last, you know, like 10 years. But, like, you know, it's just dead stock. It's not doing anything. So he had to give a credit back to them, and he's kind of stumbled across at the end. The price he's offering you, Atlas, you would know is probably more than what he originally paid for it by about 25%. But that probably is going back 10 years. You've no idea what condition the wine's in, if it's been stored properly. Like, there's, you know, like, it's one of those, it's a gamble. It's, you know, a 10 is smack bang in the middle. So it's like a 50-50 chance. It could be good, it could be a bad trade. But he has as much, the cheapest he'd be willing to basically sell you is for a bottle. I would say probably you're looking at like, let's call it like 3,000 chits for a bottle. Is that in gold? Is that 30 gold or is that? Yeah. 3,000 chits. With the cheapest he could like give you for a bottle. If you wanted to get one, but he has a lot. He's got like, you know, let's call it like 100 bottles.
I will, am I with anyone? Did anyone come with me on Wine Gate?
Cyrus.
Together.
I think we're all together.
Then she will ask what the group thinks of the deal.
I'd see for a start.
If I get a good look at it, I can probably tell better what it's worth.
You'd
but-
need to open it
Yeah.
and like actually taste it and stuff like that, and then you can maybe get a better assessment for the wider stock.
Yeah.
But like, you know, as it stands,
Would
and
you
also
say that?
one bottle's condition does not equal the other bottles. Especially because he's saying, oh yeah, it was on this other ship, like, you know, like I got it back from after 10 years of credit. Like, so one could have been stored in the cellar,
Yeah.
perfect, and the others have been on bars, on display, or like, you know, like things like that.
I mean, 3,000 chits I can't even buy 4 bottles. So. It's a bit pricey for my book as a risk. Maybe if we got a bit more disposable.
Especially since they got sent back. I mean,
That is suspicious.
were they stored incorrectly originally? And then when they were sent out, it turned out the wine wasn't as good? Or was it just a bad batch?
Are you asking the merchant this, or are you asking?
I'm asking Atlas.
Do I know
And
anything
then-
about the year?
Make me a history check.
$18.
18. Good year. Probably has aged well to this point, even in bottle, would probably be still fine. At this point, it's probably nearing the end of its life cycle. Like, it's getting to a point where it's getting all those late stage taste notes, that kind of like bit more funkiness to it. Like, you know, not necessarily bad, but definitely more unique flavor. But it's one of those where it's like, like Volker said, I can't even afford a single bottle at trade price. It could just be a wine of that value stored in that quantity was maybe a bad decision made by someone at some time, and like they sold maybe one bottle of the whole pallet that they bought. You know, like they over anticipated their clientele. Essentially. When was the last time you went to a bar and ordered a £300 bottle of wine?
I don't
Some
think
people
I've
do it.
heard on that.
Like, some people definitely do it,
I mean,
but not many.
Personally, I'm more happy to spend my money on something that maybe has a bit more.
Or even if we went for a lesser, not a lesser quality, but a not as high quality at a cheaper price, something that'll move easier than the
move
top
easier,
tier
less
stuff.
risk.
Can I ask him if
Want
he's got
less
anything
risk, more.
easier sell?
Yeah, he has pretty standard fine wine that probably comes in around like 10 gold a bottle or about 1,000 chits a bottle. But he has himself pretty much less risky because like he can basically just ensure you it's like, you know, he can ensure you it's kind of being like well looked after by himself. Because you're buying it at trade rates, there is no money back guarantee, no comeback for a credit. It's like these are the kind of that's like, you know, the vibe. It's like selling to your friend. Like, you're not gonna go back to your friend and be like, hey, that fucking like thing you bought, like, I bought from you broke. Like, you know, like, give me money back kind of thing. Like, it's just not really. And if they do, they'll be like, no, fuck you. Like, you bought it and it was fine when it left my house. Like, it's like one of those, like, you don't really have the same rights as the consumer here because you're undercutting the market a little bit and you're doing behind, like, backhanded stuff a little bit as well. It's not.
So with buying it at trade price, we're always going to make our money back when selling it, but we could also upsell it.
You could upsell it to. The thing is, you could sell it to another trader and also have a similar kind of like, hey, you know, like this is the condition it is, so you take it or leave it kind of thing. And you know, if you sold it to a normal, like, member of the public, you could run a risk of like, hey, you sold me 10,000 chits worth of like this wine. It was all bad. I want compensation. You're a merchant. Yeah, it depends how you're using your trade permit, and like, you know, that you've now entered a whole new world of buying and selling, and it's like, to some levels you have a trade permit, and in a way you are to be held accountable for stuff you trade and sell. Like, it's especially on mass. It's not like you're like, hey, I found this one bottle of wine in a dungeon. Do you want to buy it? It's like, here's 40 bottles of really expensive wine. You want to buy them? It's a bigger market. You can't sell that one-on-one, you know, anymore. It's like a.
But we want to go with the more sure thing. If the Moreau wine is near its end, we don't want that coming back at us.
Does you know anything about this wine? This cheaper one?
I can roll if.
Yeah,
the gods
just
above
do
say I
a
can.
just do
Just
a
more
for
like
this.
value. We did sell it, kind of thing.
History
What
check
should we
again, probably.
estimate?
You've heard of it?
If there's anything.
18 again.
This is an elvish wine, pretty fine. It's like, it's pretty common household name. It's kind of like Moe level of like, you know, pretty common. You know, you recognize it, like, you know. It's still, you know, a little bit expensive, but like,
If
you know,
the entire
recognizable.
elvish planet is entirely squidified now, it might go up in value.
That's what I was just thinking.
A bit in stock only, while stocks last.
Do you think, Atlas, you probably could sell this for about a 20% profit, like, you know, somewhere else? Maybe more, maybe less. Depends where you end up.
I will relay this all back to you.
I mean,
I'm not a
down to about
merchant,
something
I
more.
just grew up in the family of one.
I'll go half a case with someone if someone wants to buy another case. Half a case.
Sure, I'll go have a case.
So 2 6s.
Sure, so how much do you want to spend?
It was a case,
That's
case 10.
Case 10 or 12.
I mean, you guys tell me how much money you want to spend.
So we're buying 6 each.
Okay, so 12 in total.
Yeah, six cage. Yeah.
6 cage. So sell it, and then done. You've got 6,000 trade price of elvish fine wine.
I'll put it in the little thing.
Are you putting 12 or 6?
I'll put down 12 in it. I've got the thing for the bloody cargo thing, haven't I?
Yeah, that's fine. If we then whatever we sell, we can just split.
Collector recommends you store it in a certain manner to, best save space.
We all know that if we get into the trading shit, we're just gonna hand it to Will. He
does the
likes that
numbers.
shit, okay? The man had fucking spreadsheets of taverns.
I've
Will
still
became a
got
full-blown
spreadsheet.
entrepreneur in the last campaign.
Yeah.
I've actually got a spreadsheet actually already going for this.
So,
It was just towards the end of the campaign where it's like, it's gonna be such and such gold. Can you afford that? Finnegan, can we afford that?
Put it on my card.
Well, this one I think I'm more pushing towards us doing stuff as a group.
yeah,
Especially
anyone
like
else
this one,
want to look at anything in particular? There's talk of,
Clothes,
I'm trying to
I
put
think,
this
was
in
the
a-
next stop.
clothing. I mean, like, we're just gonna, we don't have to roleplay it also, like, it's like, you want to buy fancy clothing? Like, how fancy clothing you gonna buy?
Everything's pretty fancy, right? So, like, the lower end of fancy.
The lowest of the low is, like,
Not
uniforms.
One up from uniforms.
One up from uniforms.
It would be it wouldn't be the aristocratic, wealthy clothing your family used to, Atlas, but for, like, some good, fine clothing, it's about 15 gold an outfit. And they're like designer, they're good clothes. They're, like, good quality, still a name brand, but
I
they're
will
not,
spend 30 gold to get my parents an outfit each.
Is that 3,000 shits?
Yep. Nice.
I will spend 30 gold to get my parents an outfit each. Brother will deal.
Brother will deal.
Brother will deal.
Give him get 25. One of the lesser ones.
Uniform.
Look, I got you fancy clothes and he's about your size, so...
He can have my shirt. Or the pants, whichever he prefers.
Weird that it's a one or the other thing, but okay.
Well, I thought about the shirt, but I kind of like the shirt, so I guess he's having the pants.
It would only be to borrow anyway. He has plenty of clothes when we get him back home. Anyway, it's not even his collar.
Yep, so you buy clothing for your mother and father, note it down. Anyone else looking for anything in particular while you are here, laying low?
Ship upgrades. Like first tier minor ship upgrades.
What are you looking to upgrade?
I'm thinking either the shields or the engine recharge. Think about the things that we use most. I mean, the cannons probably could do with an upgrade as well, but I'm money conscious.
Engine recharge will require a whole new engine. Because
Can't afford that.
it's very, very expensive. A shield upgrade to add an extra 1 temporary hit point to your shield capacity. It is going to cost 10,000 shits. For every hit point.
Is it worth it?
Save your life.
What about weapon upgrades?
So the Chimera has already. It has this basic arcane turret kind of setup. That's what it currently has, which is a front-facing turret, and then also has like 2 rotating turrets as well, attached to it. If you wanted to, it has actually 2 front-facing turrets on the wings, and it has little small ones. If you wanted to, you could upgrade any one of those in particular, try to make them more powerful. Or you could swap them out for something different. So, would you be looking at upgrading what you have existing, or would you looking at changing the weapon system over?
I think upgrading what we have at the moment would be probably cheaper than swapping out a whole.
Sure. So effectively, right
That's
now,
it.
it has a the front-facing turrets basically are +6 to hit. They have a pretty good long range. A single target. They both fire at the same target because that's why they're angled. And on a hit, they do 4d10 piercing damage. The smaller turrets run off the same thing, but they only do 1d10 piercing damage each because they're a lot smaller.
Probably the sub turrets would be what I'd be looking to upgrade.
Okay.
I think the big gun at the front's fine for now.
Sure. So if you want to upgrade the smaller turrets, those can be controlled by Nemesis at the minute. So Nemesis can basically control either, like, he has to control so at the minute you can ever say Nemesis can control all the weapon systems, but that will leave Nemesis to decide targets. But if you want like Serpana to control like the big gun and Nemesis to control the small guns, like deal like small shit in the background, that's also fine. But let's assume that for now Nemesis has control of the small ones, just for argument's sake. Serpana can always, push and pull him out till she needs at some level, just to fight him for it.
If we wanted to control the main cannon, can we manually override him, or is it just, I want to fire this? No, I have not designated a target.
You can set a target, and basically he has to pull the trigger.
Okay.
So you're like, hit this, and he's like, okay. And then like, we'll aim for it and fire. And then we'll either be invested in it or not. Is effectively how it'll work. So I think for argument's sake, you put him into, you didn't say what you put in, you was like Nemesis weapons. I think he's got all weapon systems. I think that's fair to say. So if you're looking at upgrading the smaller one, would you be looking at increasing the damage dice quantity, or are you looking at adding a modifier?
Chances to hit modifier.
Okay, so your chance to hit. So not damage, just your percentage, your chance to hit. Okay.
Yeah. Targeting systems.
I would say a targeting system across the board, which would do all your turrets. A +1 to everything. Let's call it... I think probably 15,000 chits. Or +1 to all, and that would be for all your weaponry.
So
just to hit, not damage, just to hit.
Yeah, I've currently got 16,000 chits. Do we want better offense or defense?
Defense?
We've got the new
We
shuttle.
get hit a lot.
We get hit.
We've also got the new shuttle, so.
Also, the more you have more money, you don't have to just rely on what Cyrus has. So you could get both, or you could get a couple of the defense. You could. And I will say as well, upgrades. The last thing that the ship repaired took time.
Yeah, time we don't.
It's
we
sort
don't
of
have.
USB-C into USB.
It's always like an
port
upgrade.
3.
It's like okay, we did put new hardware on the ship,
Right.
but you could buy the hardware and try to install it yourself, or take it somewhere else and try to get it installed. Like if you want, take that box right away and lock it in.
Long-term.
But I'll tell you right now, the prices will probably be similar no matter where you go. Unless you could try and install it yourself, but the prices will remain unchanged. But it's more just like you're gonna have to spend the next 8 hours on the ship,
Well, I'd like to think that Diaz knows enough about ships that if her and Cyrus work together, they might be able to install an upgrade.
We haven't checked on days for a while.
Or sunshine.
Yeah.
They're here. They're just chilling.
We've been busy.
Yep.
So
Days is
do we
finally
wanna
worth the
get
courage to be in the same room as Astra again.
Do we want to upgrade the ship now, or
We probably don't have time. I mean, we need to be out here next 2 hours.
If you
Okay,
want to
well, at
rush
least-
it, it'll cost you more, but you could get it done before the next shift. Otherwise, you're gonna need to find another station that does this kind of thing.
Alright, I'm gonna make a note of those rough prices.
Yeah, make a note just because I'll probably forget them.
Ship
But I'm happy
upgrades.
with them. They're fair.
Is there anywhere here that looks like it could appraise spoons?
Yeah, there's a spoon appraisal
Cool.
ship right over there.
They're all
There
posh
probably
and
is like an
fancy.
antique vendor, sure, or at least a jeweler of some level, that kind of thing.
Sure.
Um,
I'm not hopeful, but sure,
roll me a
I'll,
d20. It's just a straight up luck. Let's see if this thing's worth anything more than you think it is. Higher is better.
11.
11. A vendor takes it, inspects the sterling silver, goes through it all. You see this very fine human man, long flowing hair. Yeah, so, looks to me, you know, at a quick inspection. Quality silver. Can't lie about that. Well made. Well crafted. Probably part of a set. We had the set. But, as it stands alone, best I could do is 7 silver.
Ah, fuck it. I'll keep the fancy spoon and use it to stir my coffee and feel a little bit posh.
I mean, it's definitely worth that. It hands it back to you. Like, you know, price for cutlery is like copper pieces. So, like, you know, it's give you like it's like, oh yeah, like copper stuff 4 costs like £1. Like it's like a £70 like spoon.
Since we're not getting upgrades, can I inquire as to how much increased damage would be?
Damage is a bit more. It will be per +1 across the board. 25.
So 25,000 per damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
10
probably
per
scaling
HP.
as well. So like it's probably
10
like
per HP 15.
yeah. So the temporary hit points is probably always going to be about that price, but the weapon ones, as you go +1, +2, +3, it's going to get more.
Yeah.
Because they have to swap out the old unit for a new thing.
Okay. No, just so that I can.
You know, like Starfield,
Keep an
like
eye
you know,
on
like
that.
you only have a certain number of slots in your ship. Like you can't just keep like putting more guns on and making the damage more. You have to upgrade the guns. Or they,
More guns.
yeah. Is that the end of the shopping trip? Happy?
I don't think there's anything else that we need. Unless we want to just buy some generic stuff like food. Or because I don't know how your parents will feel about dry rations every day.
I imagine similarly to how they feel about being shipped across the galaxy and rescued by a bunch of criminals.
Yeah, so should we get at least some nice rehydratable food for them
I mean,
to make this ordeal a little easier, I guess?
they'll be fine, honestly, Cyrus. My brother's one thing, but both my parents lived through, you know, one of the biggest tragedies of their time, so they've roughed it before.
Fair enough, just trying to ease the pain, I guess.
They have me as a daughter.
As I said, trying to ease the pain.
But yeah, so you
That was
guys,
said with love.
do you guys wait until you're pretty much fully recharged?
Remember this.
Okay. Eventually, the Starship drive recharges, and you request a docking release with all your shopping and business concluded. And as you try to steer away from the minimum distance of the satellite and the Zenith Prime, you see on your radar 3 vessels.
We should go.
Bloop, bloop, all moving in on you pretty fucking quick. And as they begin to close distance, a heel flags up. You answer the heel.
We should go.
Well, that's the hell.
Sure. You see a human woman, black leather, like short
We should
leather
go.
jacket, leaning on like the middle like console of her ship. She's got like a big cigar. She's like, listen up. You took shit that doesn't belong to you, and now you're gonna see what fucking happens. And just before we roll initiative, that's where we're going to stop for tonight, as Kella Dorn and the smugglers of the Zenith trade station are coming to reclaim what they believe is rightfully theirs. Bye-bye!